play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar Battle Report.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com and welcome to another Age of Sigmar Battle Report. Steve and I will be playing a game, 2,000 points of the Disciples of Tzeentch versus the Seraphon. So I will continue my journey through trying out different kinds of Disciples of Tzeentch armies and learning their rules so that I can learn more about them. And Steve just wants to keep giving the Seraphon a try because they keep frustrating him and not doing exactly what he wants. And finally, when he found something that he liked, having lots of endless spells, Games Workshop puts out General's Handbook 2020 and says, you can't have that many endless spells, you can only have 3.
Okay, here's my 2,000 point Seraphon list. Matthew covered everything I wanted to say about it in his intro. Nah, I'm kidding. All right, so I'm gonna play Thunder Lizard today. So going back to the Coalesce, that means we have leadership that can't be modified, but not leadership 10 across the board. So we have a little bit lower leadership now. So for battle line, we have 5 Saurus Knights, 5 Saurus Guard, and a Stegatron, because in Thunder Lizards, they make a very nice battle line. Now, I would love to try an army of just monsters eventually. Once we get those models, I'll try that with the Thunder Lizards. We're not quite there yet. But we also have 1 Bastiladon. And for characters, we have the Ashleth Bearer, the Slan Star Master. We have a Scarred Veteran on a Carnosaur and an Old Blood on a Carnosaur. Now, the Old Blood will lead, and he'll have the Better Monster. It is basically a command trait that I must take when I'm playing Thunder Lizard. He's just +1 attack all the monster attacks, which is actually fantastic. We also have a relic that comes with him. It's basically kind of like a shooting attack. I'll explain how it works. It's a relic I must take. And then we're also gonna have 6 Croxigor. I almost brain farted that one. And then we can only bring 3 endless spells, but we have the points for 2. The Geminids are amazing, so I'll always bring them. And then I love the Gnashing Jaw, just because it's an amazing model. So this is gonna be my 2,000 point Seraphon list. Thunder Lizard.
Today, the theme of my list is going to be the Arcanites. So the first game I played was with all demons. This one's going to be almost all Arcanites. The problem is I don't quite have all the models I want to do this, so there's a couple demons that have snuck their way into my leaders. So I will be playing the Pyrophane Cult. So the Carrick Acolytes that you see, those 3 big units of 20 mortals, they all can hurl a Sorcerous Bolt. So each guy has an 18-inch range missile weapon that normally is 4s to hit, 3s to wound, no rend 1 damage. But the Pyrophane Cult does a couple things for that. First off, it makes it 3s to hit instead of 4s, so it gives it a +1 to hit. Second thing is, at the end of the shooting phase, any enemy units that were wounded from the Sorcerous Bolts on a 5+ take D3 mortal wounds. So it essentially enhances their shooting capabilities. They've also got a built-in spell that gives that shooting a rend 1, or rend -1. So I'm hoping to see that they actually have decent shooting, because there's a lot of them. And I brought them as part of a Witchfire Coven, which includes the Zangor Enlightened in the back there, those 6 Zangors on discs. And what that does is, besides giving me an extra command point and artifact, it allows the Acolytes to fire in the hero phase. Only one of them, so basically each of my hero phases I can select one of the Acolyte groups and they get to fire. And the nice thing is it doesn't say start of the hero phase, so they can first try to cast a spell to get the extra rend on it, and then fire it. So I can't imagine that we won't see that used a few times. I just don't know how effective it will be, because obviously it'll have diminishing returns as the game goes on, and more of them die, because they're not that powerful otherwise. Even though they do have all like the fun little things like the scrolls and the bird. The scroll giving me +1 to casting and unbinding, and the bird giving enemy wizards mortal wounds if they're nearby when they cast spells. So we'll see if any of that matters. But then the brunt of everything is actually going to be on the leaders, which will probably just die from Comet Call over and over again. So we got 5 of them out front. This is where I had to bring a couple demons because we only had so many. We don't have the Magister models painted up, which is too bad because I'd love to bring 1 or 2 of those. So from left to right, first off we have my general, who is going to be the Ogroid Thaumaturge. That's right, I got an Ogre Tzeentch guy. And he'll have the aspect of the Shrouded and Unnatural Flame, which comes with the Pyrophane Cult, which is -1 to shoot him, basically. And I'm not going to go over every spell they know, because that would take forever. We'll go over them as they cast them. Then we have the Blue Scribes, who like to zip around and steal spells and buff wizards, which is kind of fun. And then we've got the Changeling. And now, help me, viewers, if you know anything about Disciples of Tzeentch, the Changeling has an ability that lets him basically be removed at the beginning of the battle and then placed in the enemy's territory at the end of my first movement phase. And that's really it. Like, he knows spells from enemies that are within 9 inches of him, but I just don't see how he's going to survive long enough to use any of them. So what am I missing? What huge, really cool thing can you do with him? Or has he just been nerfed into oblivion? But he's still a level 2 wizard. In other words, he can cast 2 spells and unbind 2 spells. Although he doesn't have any built-in spells besides Arcane Bolt and Mystic Shield. He gets to learn one for being a Disciple of Tzeentch, of course. And so it feels like he's supposed to rely on learning spells from enemy wizards, but I don't really have a good way to do that unless I get a double turn. So let me know in the comments if you've had experience with him or you've seen him use at tournaments. I'm not looking for like ways to destroy my opponent. I just want to use him in a way that actually makes sense and he doesn't die right away. So he'll be coming along for the party. And then next to him, we've got the Gaunt Summoner of Tzeentch, and he is an Arcanite. He's also mortal. He's also a demon. He's a bit of everything. And so he'll be running around. I gave him the second relic, in this case the Aspect of Tzeentch, which every time I use a Destiny die, I roll a 5 on a 5+, I get to add another Destiny die to the pool, which is kind of cool. We'll see if that actually happens. And then lastly, we have the Zangor Shaman, who is going to run around. If he's going to stay near the Zangor Enlightened, because he gives them +1 of their hit rolls, essentially. So that'll make them much more effective, as long as they stay wholly within 12 inches of him. So it's a pretty straightforward list. There's going to be, the hero phase is going to be a little confusing because there's going to be a lot of spells being cast. But the idea is this can rack up fate points really, really well. I did also have some points left over, so I wanted to bring a couple endless spells, mainly because once again, the Changeling doesn't have access to really good spells. So, you know, this is something else I can cast. So we've got the Balewind Vortex, and I brought that one because the wizard who casts it gets put on top of it and is able to cast an additional spell every hero phase, and that'll help me to build up fate points. Because if you remember with Disciples of Tzeentch, I get fate points every time any wizard, whether it's mine or Steve's, successfully casts a spell that is not unbound. And once I have, basically it's multiples of 10. Once I have 10, I can summon some demons. 20 is much better for getting some good stuff. And then 30, of course, is awesome. And so there's definitely enough spells being cast between me and Steve to have more than 10 fate points every single turn. And that Balewind Vortex will just help that. And then I also brought the Aether Void Pendulum, because it's the one endless spell that Steve can't turn around and throw back at me. So, because endless spells, unless they're bound ones like what Steve brought. Because his, remember, the ones that you saw on Steve's side, they're not the endless spells that anybody can purchase. Those are bound endless spells. So they're endless spells that don't have any of the disadvantages of endless spells. Like, only Steve gets to control them. Only Steve gets to move them. And so, which, of course, defeats some of the purpose of how they're trying to balance the game with them. But it's fine. That's just the way the game works, and I'm not bitter at all. All right, so anyway, so those are my 2 endless spells, and this is my 2,000-point Disciple of Tzeentch army. Today we're going to be playing Focal Points, a battle plan from General's Handbook 2020. This one has 5 objectives on the table. The middle objective is worth 2 victory points, and each other objective is worth 1 victory point. However, if a player controls both objectives 1 and 3, or 2 and 4, in other words, the 2 opposite each other, you get 3 victory points instead of the 2 that you would normally get from having each of them. Also, if you control an objective and there's a friendly monster or behemoth unit within 6 inches of it, you score an additional point. This game goes on for 5 turns as usual, but if there is a tie at the end, then you have to look at auxiliary objectives to break that tie. Otherwise, it is a draw. And once you're done this battle report, make sure you go into the MiniWarGaming Vault and watch Luca and I play Disciples of Tzeentch versus Skaven. And that's right, I am bringing Archaon and Fate Weaver into the same game. So go check that out. The link in the description below. If you're not a Vault member, still click it, get a free 7-day trial. We're going to be playing on this beautiful little forest table, I guess. This is a mat from Table War, and then we've got terrain from all sorts of companies here. The regular trees are from both Foreground and Model Builder Supply. The big jungle-looking trees are actually aquarium plants, or not plants, but terrain, and then Adam from Greenleaf Terrain painted those up to make them look a little more suitable for the table. We've got some really cool ruins. These ones are from Tabletop World. And then, of course, you might recognize the Wildwoods from, or the Citadel Woods from Games Workshop. And then the terrain piece, of course, from Games Workshop as well for Steve's little pyramid scheme going on. We rolled randomly, and we were deciding from the random roll to play in the realm of Akshi, the realm of fire. This gives us a few things. First off, all our wizards know the Fireball spell, which is just a casting value of 5, and it does 1 mortal wound, D3 mortal wounds, or D6 mortal wounds if you have 1 model in the unit, 2 to 9 models in the unit, or 10 plus. So basically, the more models in the unit, the more mortal wounds it can do. Every piece of terrain has the volcanic trait, which is in each hero phase you roll a die, and on a 6 every unit within an inch takes D3 mortal wounds. Now, what Steve and I have agreed to do, for the sake of not having to roll a million dice, is every clump will be treated as one. It's like all of this. And we're not going to roll for this one, roll for this one, roll for this one, roll for that one. But this does include faction terrain, which is kind of neat. It kind of rose up, and it's still hot. It just came out of the molten crust. Isn't that? Do they rise up, or do they magically appear, or do they fall from the sky?
Magically appears. It gets shaped into place.
But I guess it's still hot.
Yeah.
It was shaped out of molten.
Well, it landed right on
stone.
a little, what do they call those little
Geysers?
vents?
A spout or something.
We're educated.
Yes, we are very educated. The command ability that we both have is called Blazing Fervor, and it's just basically a hero chooses a unit within 12 inches. Is it wholly within? Wholly within 12 inches.
Ooh.
At the start of your hero phase, you have to use this, but they get plus run and charge.
+1 run and charge.
Plus 1 run and charge. What did I say?
You said plus run.
Plus run
And charge.
plus charge. That's it.
That's it? Okay, well, that's good. So we'll off Susan be going or dropping first.
I should point out.
Oh, man, my noises aren't helping anymore.
You got 3. We both have exactly 9 drops. Because, oh wait, no, I got 6. I've got a battalion. I took all the...
Doesn't matter.
I got to choose who goes first. Actually, that's nice for me because now I don't have to drop it as a battalion. I can drop everything one at a time and still get to choose who goes first. So I get to choose sides. Oh wait, no, this was the roll off for... Hold on.
I was going to point
I don't know, my brain...
everybody just witnessed one of Matt's brain he just shut off for a second.
I was just like,
what do we do?
well, we just played 40k yesterday, so there's always
lot of it, actually.
yeah, we've been playing a lot of 40k. So yeah, so I get to choose a side and then deploy first. I'm going to choose this side because it's nice and open, and I think I'll have some good avenues approach, and then we'll start deploying.
I'm hiding in the trees. And here we are, all deployed. We are about 18 inches apart. Did you actually deploy in the line?
Not quite. I
You're
like just a little
back?
behind, just in case you had 18-inch range, because 18 inch is a common range in this game. And I know that I have 18-inch range guns, and I can shoot in the hero phase, but I'm just not sure who I want to go first.
That is fair. So I'll go over mine first. I have my Scarvition on my one flank, my Knights on the other flank. We have my Crocstar holding one objective, the Source Guard and my 2 little Source characters, sorry, one Source character and a Slant holding another objective, and then my Triforce of Power in the center here.
Yes, you're getting ready to barge up the middle.
So we eat up all of that.
Yeah.
So how'd you deploy your guys?
Well, you can kind of see that I've got my Acolytes as the main line. I've got my...
Sea of Birdmen.
Yeah, which look really cool, by the way. I love them. And the Zangor Enlightened with their Shaman are on the one flank.
The Bird Goats are on the flank.
And then there's... The placement of the Wizards was a little more difficult. The Blue Scribes, of course, are right in the middle because the spell they can cast is an 18-inch bubble of reroll casting rolls. So that'd be nice to get off right away. And I'm not giving away any tactics because it's pretty obvious that'll be what's the first thing I cast. And then we've just got my other casters spread out to support each of them and make sure that they're... Like, the Gaunt Summoner can summon horrors. And so I put him on this side because this looks like we're all blocking units. And he can do that just automatically once per game. Bring in 5 pink horrors, which is really annoying because it's not enough to make him a wizard unit, but that's basically 25 wounds to chew through. Besides whether there's a command in them and everything. And then, yeah, and wizards everywhere too, because that's where I have to summon from with my fate points. So I kind of want them spread out so I have choices of where things go. But yeah, other than that, I'm curious. I know that there's a lot of hitting power on Steve's side, and there's some hitting power. Mine's more spread out hitting power. So I really don't know if I have enough firepower to take him down. But
It's basically, I think it's a game of your firepower versus my sustainability, which mine isn't great. But I don't know how good your firepower is yet.
Well, like I said, 18 shots. Or sorry, the first turn, if I go first, I could move up these 40 guys, and they would all be in range to fire 40 shots that are 3s to hit, 3s to wound, -1 rend.
Gross.
That's not nothing. So there's, I can get lucky and pick off something. But the problem is target priority, right? Like, what do I? Because no matter what, I'm not going to kill everything, and then you'll be able to come up and they die easy.
Yeah.
They do have the shields, which are 6 up, ignoring wounds, which are nice, but they're gonna get swept aside like chaff. So, and then the other question is, if I do choose to go first, do my Zangor Enlightened use their 16-inch movement to just take the fight to you?
They're terrifying.
Yeah. Or
Well,
do I?
okay, we're right there right now. You pick who's going first.
I know, and I don't know the answer.
You don't know?
No.
Oh, I thought you had.
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't know, Steve. I don't know who I want to go first. Because I'm always terrified to choose to go first. Because then there's that dreaded double turn.
I know.
But at the same time...
Okay, if the double turn wasn't a factor.
Okay, well, even then, my shooting would be way more effective if you were 3 inches closer.
Fair.
Because I have, remember, every single hero phase I can choose a unit of acolytes and they can fire. But obviously they haven't moved yet. And I have no way to teleport them. If I had a way to teleport them, then whatever, I'd just teleport them up and shoot them all in the hero phase. Because it's any time in the hero phase, so I could get their spells and stuff off. But it's the fact that you have firepower.
I do.
You're pretty fast. We've deployed close together, so I wouldn't be surprised if you could get a first turn charge.
I'm not that fast. I move about 10.
Well, how fast is this?
Off the top of my head, I think it's 10.
He's only 10?
It's not more than 12.
Well, it's still, that's a totally doable charge. And then you could just charge into there and start tying them up. Now, mind you, that's a lot of firepower that'll hit that guy. But then you get to choose the engagement.
Right.
So I think I'm going to go first because I have a couple tricks that I can use to gum up your lines and just see if I can start getting that firepower out. And to be honest, the turn 1 to 2 double turn is not as terrifying as a 2 to 3.
Unless you're a really good shooter.
Yeah, and you have shooting.
But not great. Not like, no, sorry, I have great shooting. I don't have a lot of shooting.
And I don't know if I'd qualify mine as a really good shooter either. Now, you say, well, Matthew, there's 60 shots, 3s and 3s minus 1. But that's it, really? And that's a lot now that I say that out loud, but it's not like Carriage on Overlords, who can double turn with them is just disgusting. So I don't know, but I'm just gonna own it. I'm gonna take first turn. I just want to start. You know what? I'm gonna take first turn because I want to start moving my models. I don't want to wait for Steve to do all his cool stuff. I get to do my cool stuff before you get to do all your cool stuff, and I hope I don't just like whiff all the dice rolls. Either way, I'm gonna roll my Destiny dice now. So I'm gonna roll my Destiny dice. I hope for lots of 6s and 1s. I want 5 1s and 4 6s. So
that's reasonable. It's very.
Well, I got 2 6s and 1 1. But you know what?
That's not a bad roll.
Because this will help for charges and casting rolls, having the 5s and the 4s. But I only got 1. You know what? The 1's not going to be as important because I'm not playing a demon army. Because the 1s are really nice for the horrors with their banners that when you roll a 1, they come back rather than losing guys, and that's just obnoxious.
I'm expecting to see horrors anyway.
You will see horrors. There's no way that I will not get at least 10 fate points throughout this game. I should be able to get them first turn. But I want 20 though, I'll be honest. 10 lets me bring in blue horrors. But at 20 I can bring in 10 pink horrors. Which, arguably 10 blue horrors, I don't know. It's 10 pink horrors is definitely more than twice as good as 10 blue horrors. You just have to wait longer to get them. Like, do I want 2 units of 10 blue horrors? Or do I want 1 unit of 10 pink horrors?
As the guy on the other side of the table, both prospects sound terrible.
Well, the nice thing is, because I'm going first, by the time I have my next turn, you'll have at least 1, and I'll have had 2 turns of casting spells. So I could be up to 20 by that point, and it's a moot point. Yeah. Because you can only summon in 1 thing per turn, regardless of how many points you have. It doesn't drain all your points to summon something that's less. But, so it's not like I can block. That would be a harder choice. If it could be like as many as you want. But no, it's once at the end of each movement phase you can summon a unit. And so...
What's your stipulation for summoning? Like, gift is anywhere on the table?
With coastal wizards, more than 9 inches from enemies.
Kill your wizards. Oh,
yeah,
wizards,
kill my 5 wizards. I don't know if these guys would count for summoning, but maybe they would if there's at least 9 of them. So you know what? Kill my army.
Do they gain the wizard keyword? Are they able to cast a spell?
That's a good question, but I know they can cast and unbind.
I'll let you look it up. So, yep.
They are, as long as there's 9 or more models, it says this unit is a wizard.
So yeah, they can summon around the acolytes as well.
Unless it specifies otherwise, which I'm going to double check right now.
Okay, I got it. I have to kill your entire army.
Well, except for these Zangors. They can't.
No, they have to die first.
Okay, I'm glad I looked this up because it's not Tzeentch Wizard, it says Tzeentch Hero. So non-wizards could actually summon in as well, which makes sense. But I think every Tzeentch hero is a wizard.
That would make sense.
But still, they specified Tzeentch Hero, so I can see why they would say Tzeentch Hero, not Tzeentch Wizard, because these are Tzeentch Wizards.
Well, I guess you can bring a Slay the Darkness hero in, that wouldn't be a wizard, but also be Tzeentch and a hero, so...
That's true. Yeah, I guess we do have some mortals in there, so that's pretty cool. And I do plan on doing Slaves of Darkness Tzeentch, that would be fun.
Oh, hero phase. It's going to be a long phase.
And already I have a hard choice. The blue scribes have a spell that casts on a 4 only, and it gives all heroes within 18 inches, all wizards within 18 inches, rerolls that they're casting. I really like this. But they have a built-in ability, which once per hero phase, when they cast a spell, they can just roll a die instead. If they roll a 2+, then it's automatically cast and can't be unbound. But the thing is, if you do the math, which unfortunately I've done, a 2+ is a 5 in 6 chance, or a 10 in 12 chance if you want to multiply that by 2. 10 and 12 chance to succeed. A 4+ on 2 dice is an 11 and 12 chance. But then Steve can unbind, and he's got a +1 to his unbinding. So I really want this spell to go off, so I'm going to use their ability to cast it on a 2+, which means, of course, yay!
Oh,
I was predicting a 1.
I was positive it was going to be a 1.
Because I can't use a Destiny die for that because it's not a casting roll, it's a special ability. Otherwise I'd be like, screw it, I'm using the 4, you can't make me. Let's do the easy ones. Each unit of Acolytes knows the spell Gestalt Sorcery. Even though they're wizards, they don't know any other spell, but they are all allowed to cast the same one. We see that in a few armies that have unit wizards. This is a casting value of 6 and gives their Sorceress Bolt an extra rend. So, but they also have the scrolls, which gives them +1 to their casting and unbinding. Oh. Enough rules, Tzeentch? Enough? So that's a 10. Would you like to unbind it?
On the 10.
Okay, let's go to the next one. That is a 9. Would you like to unbind it?
Man, oh. Yeah, I'm going to try. My slant also has a +1 to unbind, so I need not that.
Yeah,
oh, not
you need
that.
a natural 9 to beat it. So that's 2 of them. And we'll do the last one over here, but these are the ones that you were worried about.
That's
These are the ones that
true.
can shoot you. We roll an 8. I won't re-roll that.
That's all yours. If they had rolled lower on both of them, I would try to unbind both of those.
If I had rolled low, I think I would have re-rolled. Because I don't think it says re-roll failed casting, I think it just says re-roll casting. I may have actually done that trick. So that's 3 more, so I'm up to 4 fate points already.
I explain, my slant can unbind 3 spells anywhere on the table.
Yeah, no line of sight required and any distance. It's ridiculous. My Tzeentch Shaman is going to attempt to cast Mystic Shield because all of his other spells are 18-inch range offensive, so they're not really going to help. So I'm going to try to put Mystic Shield on my Zangor Enlightened. And 8? I get 8.
Did you get +1?
No. So we can unbind that if you like.
I'm gonna try and stop that. I'm terrified of them.
And most of my other spells are out of range.
Nope.
So you fail that one too.
Oh boy, what's next?
Pretty much all my other spells are out of range, so we're going to try some endless spells. What we're going to do is we'll have the Gaunt Summoner attempt to cast the Balewind Vortex.
Yeah, buddy, go for it.
I have nothing to help me with spells except a reroll, but I'm not going to reroll that. I'll keep that. Would you like to unbind his Balewind Vortex?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stop that.
Steve!
All right, these guys are done.
Yeah. So this gets placed within 1 inch of the caster, and we put the caster on top. While on top, he has +1 save, and he can cast an additional spell. Now, I forgot to do something at the start of the hero phase. Steve is being nice and letting me do it. He has a once per game ability to summon in some demons. It's been FAQ'd, so it's not 10 pink horrors anymore. It's only 5 pink horrors, because back when he was first made, they didn't do all their splitting like they do now, at least not the same way. So I'm just going to quickly do that. He has to give up one of his casting, but he could do 2 spells, so that would have still worked. So I'm just going to put 5 pink horrors right here.
Right there.
So we'll have the 5 pink horrors. A couple interesting things about these. First off, it does not stipulate that they cannot move. They do have to be deployed more than 9 inches away from enemies. But also, it requires having 10 pink horrors before you can bring the banner, the icon that lets them bring guys back when they roll 1 for their bravery test. So
No.
I can't bring that.
I have to ask, would you have summoned them right away if I didn't have Comets Call? Or would you have saved them?
I think I would have saved them. I know you're not going to kill me in 1 turn, but if you get the double turn,
Right,
kill
I
them.
could kill a bunch of wizards and...
Yeah, and so it's like it's part of my fear, and I know Comet's Call how good it is because you've used it against me before.
Yep.
I feel like I just have to gum you up right away. And then if you kill my heroes, it's like, but I've sat on the objectives already, and now you have to start to push your way through. And even with Comet's Call, you're not likely to kill all 5 heroes in 2 turns. It would be you'd have to roll ridiculously well. And I have a lot of good unbinding.
Right. Yeah.
So like all of my acolytes get +1 to unbind. So the moment you don't roll well, Steve, and I got Destiny dice to help me unbind too. Which I probably will use to unbind Comet's Call, unless you roll like double 6 or something, in which case I'd have to use my 2 6s, and I'm not sure I would be worth it. So I'm probably, this is kind of a, this is a blue deck for Magic. There's a bit of a like, no, you,
I don't know,
you
it's
can't
starting to feel a little red to me.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, haste. Yeah, it's a bit more haste. But we'll see. But no, that's a good question, and I think the answer is I would have saved them. Unless, if you had a way to threaten him really quickly, then, get them out, because that's 100 points of guys.
I know.
Because 10 of them are 200 points, so 5 is 100 points. That's just 100 points for free. So if nothing else happens, the moment you shoot at them, who cares? They're a free 100-point squad that are now going to... And now he will fire an arcane bolt up into the sky. Pew!
Lame.
I want more fate points.
Got
I
it.
get it. You don't have any more unbinds.
No.
Changeling is going to attempt to manifest the Ether Wind Pendulum, which is a casting value of 6. And we get
Oh,
8.
yeah.
And you don't have any more unbinds, so
Nope, you're free reign.
And so this gets placed wholly within 6 inches. I got to make sure I don't pass over my own guys because it does a lot of mortal wounds.
And it flies on forward.
And then it moves forward. You know, I'm going to kind of tip it like this, and then it has to go in a straight line, 8 inches. So it comes cutting through those trees.
Going after my Croxies.
He also knows Treason of Tzeentch, which is 18 inches offensive. It would basically let me roll mortal wounds for your guys as they hit each other. He'll just cast it into the sky. He sees a flock of birds going by.
And now they're pecking.
And now they're all pecking at each other. The Ogroid wants to be part of the fun, and so he does Infusion Arcanum, which is just basically him going, and then he grows slightly. He thinks he does. He thinks he's much taller than he was before, and he starts walking like this. It gives him +1 hit and wound, all right? Casting value 5.
Oh, just.
Well, I could reroll too, remember?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I'm good. Once per game, the Zangor Shaman can cast an extra spell, and he gets to reroll it. I'm going to save that, because I'm up to 10 fate points right now, and I just hope that he's not dead before we get to my next hero phase. So that
The very good.
is my hero phase.
Terrifying one.
Yeah.
Going on to movement.
Yeah, in the movement phase, basically you're going to see a big shift as we swarm up the middle here and kind of gum up the middle. And I think I can't help it. I know I'm playing Tzeentch, and so I should play like crafty, but these guys move 16 inches, so I think you're going to end up seeing them right here. So here's the before.
Yep, they did it. They're way up there.
Yeah, and the horrors ran, so they won't be charging, so their job is just basically to die, but to die slowly. And everybody else just took. And the only problem here is this unit of acolytes, these trees. The Wildwoods have the overgrown special rule, which means that you can't see more than an inch through them. So I have no target. So they ran, only rolled a 1, but so they're just kind of getting ready to come through here. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not, but it feels like a waste to leave 20 guys to sit back in objective doing nothing. So, but everybody else kept their objectives, and we grabbed the one in the middle.
You grabbed the middle one, yep.
So that'll be a bunch of points, and now let's do some shooting.
No.
In the shooting phase, we'll start with this group of Carrick acolytes who are going to fire their empowered sorceress bolts to your, is that your Saurus?
That's my old blood.
Old blood. So remember, they have 2 buffs on them right now. The first from being part of the profane cult, they hit on 3s instead of 4s. You don't have any negatives, do you?
Nope.
And then the second thing is that they do have a random -1 rather than nothing because they got the spells off, and somehow that Slan was impotent.
He's not doing
when
right
it came
yet.
to unbinding because he couldn't roll higher than a 5.
He's saving his power for his
Yeah, he's just like,
phase.
well, I don't really care. They're
You
just
wait
sorcerer's
and
bolts.
see.
What do I care about that?
We're gonna
Boom!
do the
There goes the
fog.
dinosaur. And he's like, oh, maybe I should have cared about that. So this is the first unit, 20 shots, hitting on 3s. I got nothing to help this, but that's a good roll. And 3s to wound. Not bad.
9 go through. My save of 4 goes to 5 up.
Ooh, only
save
2 of those.
them. But because the banner's nearby, I ignore damage on a 6.
Huh? 2 more.
I'm gonna take
It's only
5
5 damage so
wounds.
far, out of his 14, because he's Thunder Lizard, so he's got extra wounds.
Yeah. Next unit.
Yeah, I'll fight the same thing. There's no sense splitting off now. Although, oh, that was a hit. I'm starting to think I should have killed the guard that were in front of the Slan and then charged him with my Zangors, but 3's to wound. That's a lot more.
Oh, 5 up.
Not bad. You got 3 this time instead of 2.
And then we ignore damage on 6, saving
more
another
again.
2 more.
So that's
3,
6 more
6.
damage.
Cool. Down to 3.
Now, I ran my pink horrors. It was a bit of a mistake. I forgot that they could actually shoot, but at the same time, even thinking about it now, you know, hindsight seeing there's only 3 wounds left, I kind of wish they could shoot. But I think if I had remembered that they could shoot, I still would have chosen for them to run, because their job is not really to inflict damage, it's just to kind of gum up Steve's lines.
And they're doing that.
And any 5 models could do that, but 5 pink horrors are especially annoying because they keep splitting off into blue into brimstone. And that is going to be all my shooting, because nobody else has any shooting that is in range that can see. And so we'll go into charging. Just the unit of Zangor Enlightened that will declare a charge. They will go 8 inches. See, this is, now I'm kind of wishing I had shot at them and then just charge right into your Slan and beat the crap out of him. Let me think for a second. No, I feel like I want to engage the big guy more, so we're going to use our 8 inches to get up as much as we can, and then we'll wrap around him. You know, I'm going to pull these guys out a bit and use my wrapping, because I want to leave some space for the Shaman, because I don't want the Shaman all the way out by himself.
You send him into combat?
I think I'm going to look at his stats. Yeah, look at the Shaman stats. I'm not going to. In that case, I'm going to wrap around just out of 3 inches of your guard, because I don't want to bring them into the fight, but at the same time I want that 3-inch bubble. Like, yeah, you can charge through there, but you won't just be able to casually walk up to him. And we'll just finish like that. At the beginning of the combat phase, I will use one of my 2 command points to put all-out attack on my Zangor Enlightened to let them reroll 1s to hit. They already have Mystic Shield, which gives them reroll 1s to save, so I don't need all-out defense. So now I will select them to fight, because I get to choose, because it's my turn. We're going to hit your tail, but we're just basically going to pile in so that they're all within 1 inch. Because while their spears are 2 inches, the discs and their beaks are only 1 inch. So they're all in now. The spears are a little less scary for Steve, because the Coalesced subtract 1 from any damage characteristic to a minimum of 1, and the spears are 2 damage. So this is still scary.
Half as effective as the Arcans most things.
And that's a big deal, because I would be confident.
Oh, absolutely.
With the fact that the Shaman is nearby, he gives them +1 to hit. And so they also get to reroll hits and wounds if they're within 3 inches of an enemy who's already fought, because they like to see the past, where I think the bow guys, they get it if you haven't fought yet.
You're right, the opposite.
Because they see the future.
Yeah,
so
weird.
Cool little fluff. I like that fluffy stuff. I don't care if it actually is effective. It's pretty cool. So this is going to be way less effective, but I can still kill him, or at least neuter him. 3s to hit. I had 3 1s there, so my all-out attack lets me reroll those and get 2 more. 3s to wound. Ooh. Oh, -1.
Oh, get a 5-up save against that. Saving only
Oof.
3.
Again.
But he is holding within 12 of the After the Bear, so I ignore damage on 6.
Oh,
2, 3,
Steve.
6, 9.
That would have been 18. Well,
Yeah,
you would have
killed
rolled a lot more. He would have been dead already. Next, they're going to try to bite you. Normally this is 4s and 5s, but this Shaman gives them +1 to this as well, so 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s.
Ooh,
Because...
they're hungry.
Oh, sorry. It's, yeah, 3s to hit, 3s to hit. It's 5s to wound.
Beaks aren't sharp.
No.
4-up save. Oh, I ignored on 6. We have 4 wounds left.
Now the discs they're riding, if you didn't know this, lore-wise, they're actually demons.
Yep.
That have been, that the Zangors are riding. Sometimes they eat the guys that ride them.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Not during the game, thankfully. That's not part of their mechanics, but yeah, you have to be careful when you summon them. They sometimes turn on you. So they have D3 attacks each. Oh boy, that's pretty good. These don't get the +1 to hit for the Shaman, because the Shaman specifies it's the spears and the beaks that get the +1. I'd love if they got the +1 too, but they're pretty good. 4s to hit. We'll be re-rolling 1s. That's a good roll already, Steve.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Let's re-roll that 1, see if I get 1 more. No.
Okay, good.
But they're 3s to wound, -1 rend, D3 damage. Oh boy, -1 D3.
6 5-ups. Oh no.
Oh, okay, I don't have to roll the D3 damage. Oh wait, I do, because
do.
you have ignoring wounds. So ignore
So
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
wounds.
-1 damage, that's
Yeah.
right. Nope.
You killed me. He did 2 overkill.
So not really overkill. But
Yeah, that
I got him, that's all that
-1
matters.
damage really keeps him alive.
Yeah,
But
that would have, they could have
Didn't
engaged,
feel
they
it.
could have engaged 2 of them, 3 and 3, and killed both of
yeah,
them.
for sure. They're
If
only,
it wasn't the -2, or
They
the
are
-2
terrifying.
damage.
I think that's gonna be your turn.
Yeah, Battle Shock we don't have to worry about because I didn't injure any units of multiple models. But I'm quite happy with that. I've really closed that gap. I'm not sure what you're going to do, to be honest. I'd like to see what happens next. But I have retreat. I got the objectives in the back. They're worth 1 victory point each,
Yep.
and I have 1 in the middle worth 2. I did not take that one because I'm definitely not within 6 inches of the center of it, and you've got all sorts of guys right there too. So yeah, so the score right now is 4-0 for Disciples of Tzeentch.
Well, I'm gonna give myself a command point in the start of my hero phase. I'm gonna roll 2 dice for my
Hold on. We got what we got to do.
No.
Volcanic.
Nobody's
Volcanic is the start of the hero phase, and I do have some units. We didn't roll it in the first turn because nobody was within an inch. We all deployed further away from the hot stuff. But I put the Shaman right next. The Zangor ended up within an inch. And in this unit right here obviously went into terrain, so we got to roll for that. So everything on a 6 will do D3 mortal wounds.
On a 6. No.
Trees?
Trees. No.
And then trees
this
over there.
clump. No.
Okay, so we're fine.
Or going back over here, so I'm gonna roll 2 dice in my hero phase. Every 4+ gains me a command points. I'm up to 2. You know what? I don't have to try to figure out what order to cast my spells in because you have way more unbinds than I have.
Yeah, every single unit of Acolytes has an unbind, and they get +1 to unbind.
Yeah.
So I don't have any automatic unbinds, I can say that right away. But you've got 3 spells, I've got 3 unbinds that are all +1.
Yeah.
So easy peasy.
I'm gonna go right into Comet's Call. I got +1 to cast for this land, and then +1 to cast from the banner. So +2 to this.
That's a 9.
It's only D3 units.
So this is the one I really hate, and I have Destiny dice. So and I need to roll a natural 9. I can't modify it if I use them though, so I'll have to use 2 of my 5s. Yeah, the only thing, when you use Destiny dice, they cannot be modified. So once you put them down, if I had that +1 to unbind, doesn't do anything. The only thing that can modify them is when you're using them to roll saving throws, then Ren still modifies them, or if you're using them to do battle shock tests, and losses. They didn't used to, by the way. So people were like, I got invulnerable saves everywhere.
Also, that book was terrible, the previous one.
Yeah. So anyways, so I will do I'm gonna do it. I've got them. So I'm gonna grab 2 of my 5s.
So you rolled a 10?
I rolled a 10 naturally, which cannot be modified. I'm gonna unbind it. I know you might think, well, you want the fate points, but I'll take fate points from other spells. And then I do have my Gaunt Summoner's, his Tzeentchian thing. There's an artifact that basically gave him that. Whenever I use a Destiny die on a 5+, I get to add.
Ooh.
He has a spell that I can add him as well. Didn't get any, but I was already at full, so I didn't cast that last game.
All right, we're gonna try to summon the Geminids next. Ooh. So that's a 10.
Well, I'll try to unbind it. I'm not going to use dice to do, or Destiny dice to do it. I know they're good, but
yeah, they're pretty good.
At the same time, if you do manage to get them off, I get a fate point. Yay! So I have to roll a natural 10 because you got a +2 to casting. Is that right?
I got a +2 right now. Yeah.
So you got 10. So I need to roll a 10 to get an 11. You ready for this?
Yeah, buddy. All
That's
good.
a 7. So you got it.
So we're gonna end up lying like this for the Geminids. This one's gonna then move, hit both of these units, and basically come on back. And this one's gonna go, let's fly over these guys.
So the Geminids are placed wholly within 18 inches, within 6 inches of each other, and then they move 8 inches each, and they have to end within 6 inches. They both do D3 mortal wounds, is that correct?
Correct.
To whatever they fly over?
Yep.
And this one is -1 to hit. Yeah, this one is -1 attack.
You do damage with this one, those units will be -1 to hit, and those have -1 attack. But if you ever hit by both of them, they cancel each other out.
Yes, because it's dark and light, which is really cool. I like that. It's like, no, you can't have both. So
right.
D3 mortal wounds, D3 mortal wounds, D3 mortal wounds.
2 and 2 on the Arcanites, and 3 on the Pink Horrors.
Okay, so I ignore mortal wounds on shields on a 6. And by the way, I have to allocate to guys with shields if I can. So I can't choose not to do this. So,
Okay.
yeah, second unit. I'll roll those dice again.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no! So only 1 Arcanite dies.
We're really going for the -1 to hit.
Yeah, the -1 to hit on other shooting is going to matter.
And 3 in the Pink Horrors.
So 3 Pink Horrors will dissolve into 6 Blue Horrors. Boom! Look at that. There's more of them.
And then, with no good options for another spell, I am going to...
Yeah, I guess you can't do your Gnashing Jaws, right? Only 1 on the spell.
Right. I'm going to do Arcane Bolt. I got to start working on him.
So that's a 7?
That's a 7.
Obviously, I'll try to unbind that. I'm not going to bother wasting Destiny dice on that, because it's just a mortal wound.
1 mortal wound.
And I stopped it. Big time. I did forget one thing. My little birds here, when you are within 18 inches of them as a wizard, if you successfully cast a spell that is not unbound, then on a 4+, you take a mortal wound, I believe it is. I'll double check that. I think you just got the 1 spell, because I stopped the Comet's Call in this one. So I'll roll the die, and if I roll a 4, I'll look it up. A 2, definitely not on a 2+, so you're fine. They don't. So it is on a 5+, I double checked. And also, last turn, at the end of the shooting phase, any models that had wounds allocated from their Sorcerer's Bolts, because of the Cabal that I'm part of, on a 5+, take D3 mortal wounds, so he could actually be in trouble. Okay, he's fine. Because I forgot, the dice wouldn't let me do it.
That's true.
I wish I could Destiny die that. I would totally grab a 6 and then a 6, and then see you later.
And I'm going to use a command ability on my Stegatron, Gift from the Heavens.
What does that do?
I get +1 save from shooting and I fly. Sorry, I should do this at the start of the hero phase. I'm going to give them the... Oh, they're angry because we're in the fireplace. We got +1 to run and charge, but it's basically...
Sorry, Steve, it's plus run and plus charge.
Plus run and charge, because it's all hot and we want to get into combat and get,
The floor's hot.
Dash full grass.
All right, so yeah.
Going on to... Oh no, I need more bodies. Oh!
The one time you brought monsters is when you need more bodies.
No, this guy's not... Basically, I was going to have this guy shoot them. But if a couple were left alive, I was hoping to have -1 to hit on them, but I wasn't able to pull that off. Now I need something to fight them. He's not good at fighting. So we're going to send the guard. We have no choice.
Well, that's their job, right? Protect this land?
But it might be too far away to be helping this land proper in a bit. This land will move this away.
Uh-oh, volcanic trees. Sure you want to live in an inch of trees?
No!
The trees are hot! They're on fire, Steve!
I can feel the heat. Banner's nice where he is. I will move the Bastildon over. This is such a basic movement phase. So basic. 3 inches away.
Does he lose movement when he got
No,
hurt?
he's still zippy fast.
So what did he lose? Just like some strength on his weapons.
My jaw attack, which I have a bunch of extra attacks with right now,
Yeah.
went from 5 damage to 1.
Oh.
Yeah, his jaw, like his
Now the guy on top is fine. The heroes on top of them never suffer any penalties, but the monster is neutered. But his movement's not neutered, eh?
No.
You'd expect
Speed's
that's the
good.
first thing.
But like he has a lot of attacks with his jaws that used to do 5 damage, but now just Crocs-Go are zipping on forward. They went wide to the. I'm cheating. We moved to the left instead of going all the way forward, because just in case I fail this charge, I don't want the pendulum cutting through them.
Yeah, that would suck.
We're just gonna readjust, avoiding the pendulum. I know it's gonna take a couple turns to get done this way anyway, but we're fine. I made an enormous error that I cannot rectify.
Is it a rules mistake or a tactical mistake?
A tactical mistake.
What is it, Steve?
This guy was gonna shoot at them twice.
And how does he do that?
With a command point.
Oh, you already used both your command points.
It's too late. That's gonna cost me. He's gonna shoot them right now though.
Okay.
Starting off with the big old laser beam, 9 attacks, hitting on 4s, and wounding on 3s.
Oh no, Steve! So it's a -1 rend.
Yep.
So my 5-up becomes a 6-up. Okay, and it's just flat 3 damage.
Well, it's 2 damage because you have the demon keyword, it's extra damage.
Ooh. Actually,
So apparently only the Beast of Chaos discs are a demon.
yeah. What? Are they really?
Yeah.
They actually have the demon keyword in the Beast of Chaos battle tome?
You know what's even more interesting? On Matthew's iPad, the Beast of Chaos Zangors don't have Azir. Don't have demon. But on my Azir, they do.
But you're looking in the battle tome. I'm looking at the War Scrolls.
I am looking at the battle tome.
And they do update it. So, well, mine don't have demon keywords, so you don't get to do extra damage. So 2 damage.
That's rough.
It is rough. That sucks. So I take 2 damage. That's really weird. I think obviously it's an error. And to be honest, I think I should have the demon keyword because they're riding demons.
Your book is newer than mine, so yours would be the one I'd follow. I don't know.
The nice thing about using Azir is that it does get updated quite quickly when FAQs and erratas come out. But I checked the FAQs and erratas, and neither of them mention anything about demon keywords on Zangor Enlightened on Discs of Tzeentch. Because Zangors are definitely not demons. We know that. They're mortals. We know they're Arcanites. But yeah, those discs are definitely demons.
Interesting.
And you even read your War Scroll saying that if they get a disc, then they gain the demon keywords.
Right.
Whereas in my book, there's 2 separate War Scroll entries for Zangor Enlightened and Zangor Enlightened on Disc of Tzeentch.
And even that one, eh?
And still doesn't say demon.
Wow. It's okay. Yeah, I'll be fine.
I don't know,
be
man.
fine.
I'm sorry.
We got little javelins coming at you. Hitting on 5s. Hey, we got a hit. Wounding on 4s. Hey, we got a wound. Save.
5-up.
5. Oh, that's right. I knew that.
So 1 damage from that. So boink.
Next, we're going to do the gauntlet here from the Old Blood into them. It'll be D6 attacks. It's going to be 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. I'm wounding on 4s, but if you have Chaos Demon, I get +1 to wound. That didn't matter, I wounded anyway.
But I'm not a chaos demon.
I know. I said if you had it.
Oh, I see. Red -1, 1 damage.
Yes,
so
sir.
6 up, or you finish 1 off. Oh, golly.
And then he'll use his Fusel of words onto them. I'm going to roll die and tell you what it does.
What is it called?
A Fusel of Conflagration.
Is he farting on them?
That's exactly what's happening.
A fusel of conflagration. Flagellance is. Oh, what is it?
No, get out of that. Okay, that's the best thing. 1 item just breaks.
Hold on, I don't understand.
I'm going to explain. I was actually doing that right now.
Sorry. Like, you just roll the die. I have no idea what you're doing.
Let me finish. 1, the item just breaks. 2 to 3, nothing happens. 4 to 5 is like D3 mortal wounds, and 6 is... No, 4 to 5 is 1 mortal wound, and 6 is D3 mortal wounds. Did you follow that?
So basically, like, it was so thick that you want to brush your teeth.
What? I lied. 4 and 5 is D3 mortal wounds. 6 is D6 mortal wounds.
Oh, this is his artifact.
Yes, the one I must take.
Yeah, okay. This ancient relic can unleash powerful, if unpredictable, blasts of cosmic energy. Okay, so it's not a fart.
Did you have to go to the book to check to make sure it's not a fart?
I was curious.
What? You're taking D6 mortal wounds. You get 1! What is that? I'm still... Okay, big old crossbow. He's got him. Hitting on 3s.
Hey!
Yeah, wounding on 3s. All right, -1.
How much damage?
3 each.
Oh, okay. 6s.
Oh, good.
So that's 6 damage. So it'll kill another one and wound 1 twice.
And if I had another command point, I'd fire again as we go on to charges. Let's charge with the Stegatron. Oh man, I want that roll elsewhere. Let's do the old blood. Oh man, I want that roll elsewhere. All right, Crocs yours. +1 to this.
Yeah,
Ooh,
9 inches is in.
Just like that.
And they come.
So the Bastiladon and this unit here doesn't have the hitting power to kill them, so I'm not going to charge. I'm better off hoping for a double turn. Make it a nice, and then after we charge, we roll die on a 3+. Oh, good. I know, I'm not going to explain.
D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, on a 3+, I would do D3 mortal wounds with my crushing horns, but that would mean more guys would just jump on him, I think. You keep splitting.
Yeah, because the Brimstones are actually the best in close combat, ironically, because they have the most attacks. So if you split these into 2 blue, and then those blue into Brimstone, there'd actually be way more attacks on you. Now, you probably survive them. You're 3 wounds, you got a 4 up, and then a 6 up to ignore, so you're probably okay.
We're going to start off over here with the Croxigor. 5 of them will make it in. This tree's in my way, so one guy's sitting in the back trying to maintain coherency for me. Starting off with my Drake Bite Mauls. Right now, 4s. And we're wounding on 3s.
Yikes, these are -1, 2 damage apiece. So I'll have a 6-up save. Yikes! And they're 2 damage apiece, which I will ignore on 6s. So I'll just roll these twice really fast. So I ignore one of them, and one of them. So I take 13 wounds, so 13 of them die, and they have to be shields.
And then 3 they're going to fight with their jaws, because they have 1 inch range. Normally 1 attack for the jaws, because I'm playing Coalesced, I got +1 attack to all my jaw attacks. Hitting on 4s.
Oof.
Unmodified 6 to hit is a mortal wound, because you get trapped in my jaws in addition. And then I'm wounding on 3s. Not
Yikes.
Bad. -1.
So 6-up save, so I stop 1. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 shields left. I have to allocate the shields first.
4 wounds go through, yeah.
Yeah, 6-up ignoring. So 3 of them die. So we're gonna have to do these 3. It's gonna break my coherency, but I'll do some piling in, and you know what? They're probably gonna run anyways. I'm actually not gonna choose the demons to go next, the horrors, because I want him to attack some and split them up so I have more attacks on the big guy.
Oh,
So we're actually gonna come over here and
smart.
fight. And I'm not gonna be able to get my coherency back, but it's not gonna matter because I'm not gonna spend a command point to keep these guys alive. So we're just gonna come in and everybody's gonna get to fight. Now he does have the special weapon, which is, it's not gonna be great. So we'll do his special weapon first. He's the leader, so he'll have an extra attack. 4s to hit. All right, okay, good. And we got the 3 regular ones. All right, here we go. 4s to hit. Oh, look at that. Of course, they do it. 3s to wound. No rend 1 damage.
Take 4 up. Now
you take a wound. How embarrassing.
We're down to 3. Okay. Okay.
The big guy?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, hide all you like, buddy.
I can't go any farther. I'm moving train.
Don't move the train.
Trying to minimize my frontage here.
Yeah, but now you're next to the volcanic terrain, so you can just die in the hero phase.
Let's not do that. Starting off with massive jaws. He's hitting on 4s. He's hitting on 4s. And he's wounded on 3s. This is going to be -1, 5 damage each. Oh, wait, no, you made it 1 damage each.
Oh, that's sad. So, a mistake before. I was supposed to ignore mortal wounds and wounds on 6s on the pink horse. So these 2. So you did 3 of them?
Yep.
I can do the first 2. But not the last one.
1 damage. My clawed 4 limbs are hitting on 5s because you bracketed me. Okay, all right. We're wounding on 3s. We got 1, no rend. You're putting it on. It's 2 damage.
It has to go on the pink horse.
Oh, that's fair.
6 up.
2 damage.
2 damage, which I ignore on 6s. No.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah. But he failed the 6-up. He's going to turn into blue horrors.
Oh, I see.
And a blue horror will take it. So we'll remove him, put 2 blue horrors, and then kill a blue horror. So we put the 2 blue horrors, and then we're going to kill a blue horror. Because these guys have more attacks.
Mm-hmm. And then the Sunstone Spear hits on 3s, wounds on 3s. This is going to be -1.
How much? So that was just casually 9 more wounds.
Okay, yeah, just do it casually.
So I'm going to replace all my blue horrors
Nah, bro.
with Brimstone horrors.
This
and
is
and I know I'm
a free 5 pink horror thing.
Yeah, well, I paid for the Gaunt Summoner. Now I got to. Is that all you got?
Well, for him. Oh, yeah.
It's my turn.
Typically, my guys bite with their jaws as well, but he's too old to get off his mount and bite you, so he has no jaw attack.
It's pretty high up there. Well, my Brimstones will go next.
Yup.
And we'll pile in and make sure, well, you know, I'm going to have to leave that guy there. So 4 of them are coming after you with their 8 attacks. We got 5s to hit.
Ooh, buddy.
You're going to survive this. You'll be fine. See?
I could.
You only got 3.
I'm really nervous now.
Should I go over there and grab all my Destiny dice? I got 3 4s over there.
Do you really?
I do. I could just say 3 wounds, but you got 4 up save and 6 to ignore. Like you're fine. I'm not.
Grab those 4s.
No, I'm gonna save them for I don't know what, but something more important.
Gotta get.
Here we go. 4s to wound. 1 wound.
Okay,
Fine.
4 save. Aha! Ignoring on 6. Aha!
It's a good thing you're a Thunder Lizard, otherwise you'd be dead right now.
That would actually kill me. Yeah, you're right. And then the Steg. No, you're fighting my Stegatron.
Stegatron. It's a Stegatron. Stop
It's a Stegatron. Wow. 2 misses.
And 4s. 1 wound. Well, after all that.
4 up.
Is he close enough for this banner?
He's too far.
Okay.
Supposed to get 2 extra wounds for being a Thunder Lizard. I'm down to 11. 2 horns on 3s. And 3s. -1.
What damage?
3 each.
3 each? Well, that's 6 dead right there.
4 each. Sorry, 4
It
each.
doesn't matter. At this point, they're all going to run, so you can just stop attacking unless it matters how many you kill.
You're not gonna.
I'm not going to inspire.
Well, you might. I'm gonna do my attacks.
Yeah, you're right.
Grinding Jaws. Extra attack because I'm coalesced. 3s and 3s.
Rend damage?
-1, 2.
Okay, well, you did it. Congratulations.
I'm winding.
So the only thing I have to think about is Battle
Shock.
Shock on this side, because we've lost 16. Obviously, the rest of them are going to run unless I throw an Inspiring Presence on them. I do have the changeling within 6 inches to be able to do that. It doesn't feel worth it to keep them alive. One of them is going to run no matter what, because I've lost my coherency. The reason I would want to do this, and I'd like to be able to see in the future, Tzeentch? Can I see the future, Tzeentch? Is Steve going to get a double turn? If I knew right now Steve was going to get a double turn, then it's an easy yes, Inspiring Presence them, because then it keeps the Kroxigors busy for another turn, because they'll waste their attacks. They won't come and kill my changeling and my blue scribes.
My big question, I think I know I know the answer to this, but I want to just confirm. You cannot use your fate dice in this roll, right? For the turn, who's going first?
For the choosing who goes first?
Yeah.
No.
The initiative roll?
That would be awesome, because I've got 6s.
Right.
And I would just be like, yeah, I get to
You
choose.
automatically win.
I think they used to be able to. I think
Well, you
it used to
definitely
be
could.
Any die.
Well,
before.
yeah.
And that, I'm glad that's no longer
Those are the
case.
dark ages. We don't talk about those times.
Yeah, we don't talk about those times. And so if I knew for sure Steve was not going to go next.
Because they're going to run for sure, right?
Oh yeah, I've lost 16 of them. Their leadership is not, 14?
Interesting.
And so I think I have to play the safe card and spend a command point to Inspiring Presence them. And just because if you do get double turn, that would pretty much seal the deal of the game. If the
I'm
Kroxigors
pretty
could get
positive,
through.
and like anybody, honestly, pause the video, comment below if you agree with me. I'm pretty positive whoever goes next wins this game.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting.
Because I have a shooting army with a lot of, and I can summon in some more stuff.
Yep.
Although I'm not confident actually that I'm going to win. With the amount of damage you just did, I know you just killed 5 horrors and some acolytes, but it's not like I have a lot of hitting power beyond that.
Well, you have enough to. Well,
See, the reason I want to go next and not to double turn. First off, I don't want you to have the double turn, but the second is that I can shoot in my hero phase with one of these units, and they're still healthy.
Yeah.
I know they're -1 to hit, and you're going to hit them again because beginning of the battle round you control those spells. But just having that extra volley of shots, I can start to remove more guys, and then over here I might be able to. I don't know. I'm looking at the table. I'm not very confident anymore at all. I should be able to get enough fate points to. I'm at 11 now. I should be able to get. I have lost one of my wizards because they're down below 9. But I should be able to get up to 20. It would really suck if I do all my spells and only get to 19, and that's possible. Although I got my Gaunt Summoner up here ready to cast 3 spells. So we should be able to get up to 20 and summon in 10 pink horrors, which of course is a big pain in the butt, as we all know. So I have to Inspiring Presence, I think.
Here's the thing. Like, you have to. I agree.
Yeah, because otherwise you double turn, and not only will you wreck face, you will double wreck face.
Like, yeah, they would take care of these 2 characters, no problem.
Yeah, and probably engage my acolytes.
It's not to me. It's not worth the risk. If you decided not to, I wouldn't even know, dude. You absolutely have to.
Yeah, no. It's the hard thing is, it's a wasted command point if you don't double turn me.
Right.
So I will Inspiring Presence, but I do have to kill this one guy.
Yep.
Or I can kill these 3, but I'd rather kill and forcing to go. It doesn't matter because you're going to be able to get a little closer to me anyways, because he's not in coherency with the rest. But I do have the Zangor Enlightened to look at. So the Zangor Enlightened are Bravery 6 only, and they lost 2 of their models, so we could lose
Roll high.
5 or 6.
Oh no, they're fine. They don't care.
We're good.
All right, let's find out who's going first. Battle round number 2.
Yeah, and this is not one of those, if Steve gets a double turn, we'll just call it and then keep playing, because it's not obvious at this point. So we're going to play it out no matter what we roll.
You win ties.
Oh, good. Thank you. So, no, you don't get to go next, Steve. My turn.
Well, at the start of the battle round, the Geminids are going to fly, and Matthew's going to go ahead and fly them, the white one. Yeah, he's doing that.
So this is going to pass over, the white one's going to pass over the Acolytes and the Ogroid, but this one's going to be careful not to pass over any of them because they cancel out. So this works perfectly. I measured it. He can just, this was exactly 8 inches to move over here. Yeah, this one is exactly 6 inches away. So you couldn't have had a more perfect spot to go in there.
We'll go with D3 on this unit, D3 mortal wounds, and then D3 mortal wounds on that unit, and then 1, 3, and then the character. Oh, did I hit the character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it passes over. So they all have their shields. So ignore it on a 6+. And one of them dies. Ignore it on 6+. And 2 of them die, and then he'll just take the 1.
I just forgot to mention I did get my 2 objectives on my turn. And this pendulum moves.
Yes, I get to move it because we go back and forth. Now you get to move the bound ones no matter what, but the bound ones have to move first.
Right.
So it kind of worked that you didn't get to choose. But this wasn't heading towards anything anyways, so 8 inches it is, and it'll just kind of threaten that objective. We have a lot of volcanic terrain to worry about. We'll start with your faction terrain into my shaman on a 6. Nope. But then we swing. We're okay over here still, but we have this big one right here that'll hit your trucks. Your Cruxigors. Excuse me.
You, I got a new name for them, Truxigors.
The Truxigors. And no.
No.
And I think that was it because everybody else is far enough away. Yes, that is it. So I'm a little nervous right now because I want to get to 20 fate points. I'm at 11 right now because I unbound 2 of the spells Steve cast. And I've counted it up. All right, so here's how many spells I can cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then he has a once per game ability to cast an extra one. That's 11. I only need 9 to go off in order to get that. But I'd like to use up one of my spell slots to dispel this stupid Geminid thing that's just going to keep harassing me. But that means I only got 10. And Steve gets to unbind 3 times, let alone whether I just fail my rolls. And he gets +1 to his unbinding. And that makes me worry that I need that extra 1. On top of that, the Blue Scribe, I don't know if I want them to cast the reroll one because they have another built-in one that might work better, but I think I need to. So,
Rough.
this is rough.
Want me to go first instead in the spell round?
No thanks.
Okay.
This is a tough choice. I wish I could dispel at any point because then I would just cast. And if I make the 9, I'll be like, all right, let's dispel these. But because I can't, once again, like, do you get the double turn? Do I? Because these Geminids are really annoying. I know you can just cast them again, but I got some pretty good unbinding. So they are a 7 to cast. I am going to use the Gaunt Summoner because he can do 3 spells, so he'll use up one of those. And I am going to attempt to dispel them. I'm not going to attempt to. I am going to automatically, because I'm going to use 2 of my Destiny dice, a 4 and a 4, which will automatically dispel it.
Yes, sir.
And then I get them back on 5s. Am I ever going to get these back? The last game I played at the same thing, and I never once rolled a 5+ either. So sad for Matthew. The big question here next is the Blue Scribes. They have I gave them Tzeentch's Firestorm. I don't know why I gave them a good spell, because now I have to wonder if I want to do it, which is reroll 9 dice, and every 6 does D3 mortal wounds to a unit. But they also have their built-in spell that gives all my wizards rerolls, and I really need that. So I am going to cast that instead. And then the second question is, do I roll the 2+ to get it, so you can't unbind it? And I think the answer is yes. Matthew, don't you dare roll a 1.
No!
Oh, it's a 3. It's a 3.
Very good.
It's a 3. Okay, you can't unbind that. Next, the Changeling is going to attempt to cast Treason of Tzeentch. I choose one of your units, roll a die for every model. Each 6 is a mortal wound. It's really good against large units. And if anybody dies because of it, you get -1 to hit as they're all distracted, because they're hitting each other. So it's only casting value 5. And I get 3. I get to reroll. I get to reroll. No! Okay, 7. Do you want to try to unbind that, Steve?
I do. Oh, wait. You have pluses to that?
Not with the Changeling, no.
Okay, I'm going to try.
Okay, then go ahead and try. No,
That's
Steve!
the first one. That's the first one.
I gotta fail one more.
I get one more.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not everybody knows what's happening right now.
I already said, I'm trying to build enough fate points so I have 20.
If he has 20, it's pink horrors.
Then I can bring 10 pink horrors instead of 10 blue horrors.
Steve cries because it'll take the rest of the game for me to kill that squad.
Yeah, it really will. And they'll have a banner, and I have a 1 in my Destiny pool.
Yeah, so
they're just never leaving. Unless you kill
10 wounds.
10. If you kill 10 wounds, then obviously I'll get rid of the banner, because I don't have the spell to bring back more.
Oh, sorry, 20 wounds, because you have 20 pink horrors. Oh, is it 10?
10 pink horrors.
Oh,
golly. Ah.
Okay, that's a little bit more manageable. I still don't want to do that.
That would be so bad. No, 10 pink horrors is plenty. That's 200 points of models, so I just want to point that out. So basically, if I fail one more spell, or you unbind one more spell, I won't get to 20, and that'll make me very sad. Because you didn't get the double. If you had the double turn, then I'd have a couple more fate points from the spells you did, but then I'd already be dead, so it doesn't matter. So we'll try. We just have the built-in Mystic Shield and Arcane Bolt. So do I want to put? I want to put Mystic Shield somewhere else. So we'll Arcane Bolt, and we get a 5. I'm going to re-roll that. We get an 8. Would you like to unbind that, Steve? I have better spells. I do have spells that are going to do like D6 mortal wounds, D3 mortal wounds.
What the spell they cast is +1 to hit, right?
No, +1 rend.
+1 rend.
And they get +1 to cast,
It's an 8.
You'll need to roll a natural 8. Otherwise,
I'll take it.
Okay, so you take a mortal wound here.
Yeah.
The Gaunt Summoner is going to attempt to cast Glimpse the Future, which lets me add another Destiny die to my pool. Needs a 7. I get to reroll. Come on! No!
Perfect. I'm safe. Oh, I went from this to this. Oh wait, I went from this to this. I don't know what happened.
Everything's clenched. He'll then cast Infernal Flames into the sky. I get a 9. Would you like to unbind my Infernal Flames into the sky?
Boop.
He takes out a bird.
Oh, the bird.
The bird dies. Let's get the Acolytes done. Gestalt Sorcery to give them the +1 rend. They need a 6. We get it with a 7. Do you want to try to unbind that?
total 7?
8. It's 8, sorry. They get +1.
And that's the...
+1 rend to their
yeah, I'm gonna
Sorcerer's
try.
Bolt.
I'm gonna try. I got an 8, so I got a 9.
You stopped it! All right. Well, the other one? They got a 9. You got one more unbind?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stop this one.
Oh, good. So now I have one unit at least with an extra rend, so they'll be the ones firing twice. Ogroid Thaumaturge will cast Choking Tendrils, which does D6 mortal wounds, and every model he kills, he gains a wound back.
Wow.
Needs a 7 to cast. And I re-roll because the Blizz Scribe's nearby. There we go. And you're done unbinding, right?
I'm done.
So he'll... Oh, I actually don't know if I heal a wound yet. I'm going to put it on the guard right here.
Oh, good.
D6 mortal... no, let's put it on him.
Do I finish him off?
Let's try to.
No,
Nope.
it's fine.
You ignore it on the 6.
Oh, that's true. I'm still in my aura. Nah.
My Shaman, the Zangor Shaman, will attempt to cast Boon of Mutation. I'm going to try to finish him off. It does D3 mortal wounds, and if you die, I get to add Zangors to units, but I don't have a unit of... It's just regular Zangors.
Yeah.
It's not like anything with the Zangor keyword. That would be awesome. To kill some of your guard and turn them into Zangor Enlightened, which would be awesome. So I need a 7 to cast this. No rerolls or anything.
Ooh.
Why didn't I not use Destiny Dice? So that sucks. Once per game, he can cast an extra spell. He knows Bolt of Tzeentch, which does like flat D6 mortal wounds. He can reroll it when he does this, and 6 definitely fails, and 11 definitely passes. Sorry, it was a 7 to cast, but it does do D6 mortal wounds to this guy, and I'm going to roll it because he ignores wounds on a 6+. Yeah, good luck rolling 4 6s.
I've done it before.
Nope, he's gone. Get rid of him.
Got him.
Yeah, I got up to 17 fate points. So between some really bad rolls, I failed a couple, and then you actually unbound a couple as well. So that didn't quite work out according to plan. But I did kill the big guy. Not that he was going to be much harder to kill with everybody else.
True.
I'm still in the hero phase though, because the battalion I brought, I can nominate a unit of the Acolytes to fire right now. So I will nominate the one that got their extra rend off. They are -1 to hit right now because of the Geminids, which are now gone, but they've still got flown over. The question is, what do they want to shoot at? I think the answer is multiple things. I wish it was these guys that had the -1, because they would definitely want to kill these guard, because then I want to come on in and just kill your Slan. But right now, there's only going to be some of them. You know what? I'm going to split it. Every one of them that can see the guard are going to fire there, because then I can move and fire again. And everything else will fire at your Stegatron, as Steve likes to call it.
As they're been scientifically named.
Yes, yes, of course. Yes,
By
yes.
paleontologist Steve.
Yes, yes, yes.
6 firing here, or 11 firing here? What do we do first?
So we'll do the 6.
Really?
4s to hit, because of your -1.
Yep.
And then, matter, got 1 less. And 3s to wound, regardless. So 3 wounds, -1, 1 damage.
5 up, and 6 up.
Oh, we killed 1.
Oh, we're gonna
Because they're 2 wounds each, right?
This guy, yeah.
11 into the Stegodon, hitting on 4s. Ooh, look at all those 3s, Steve.
Loving it.
Stupid
Loving
Gemini.
it.
3s to wound. We got 2 of them, -1.
-1 +1 because of my command ability I put on him, so 4 up save. We're loving it. So it's movement then.
Yeah, so basically what I'm going to try to do now is kill the 4 of them with all my shooting. The -1 debuff and the -1 rend not existing is basically puts these guys back to their starting stats. 4s and 3s, no rend, 1 damage. But I still have a lot of firepower, so we're going to move them up as much as possible to get as many into line of sight of your Saurus Guard. They're called Saurus Guard, right?
The guard, yep.
The Ogroid wants to actually get up into the fight, so he's going to move up here, and then the rest of these will move up to get as many as we can into 18-inch range. And I'll even risk getting close to the volcanic burning
Yeah, it's not that big a
piece of
deal.
terrain.
It's not erupting very often in this game.
No. My Zangor Enlightened, we're just going to kind of come around like this, because if the guard get destroyed, I want to be as close to your Slan as possible.
Can't get my slan.
Oh, I'm going to try to get your Slan, and the Shaman will come with them as well. The blue scribes are going,
No.
we'll even throw a run, because they don't really do anything. So
Okay.
17 inches. I don't care. They're just basically coming over here to provide. Well, they can get their 18-inch bubble now on everybody. The Changeling will run 5 inches, or he's moved 5 plus 1. Do I want to spend? No, I don't want to spend my command point on that. You can catch my Changeling. Fine. If you're going to catch my Changeling, though, you got to come this way to get him. You got to come get me, because he's not going to be useful. And then I'm going to run and retreat with my Acolytes, because why stay there and die? I might as well just, you know what? We're going to do this. But we're going to stay more than an inch away, because that's when you're going to roll the 6, and it's going to roll 3 mortal wounds and kill the last 3 of them. So we're just going to just be annoying. Into shooting. So we are going to start with our Rending Carrick Acolytes. They're going to fire again into the guard. Now there's a few that can't see, and the ones that can't see, we will actually fire your Stegodon. So there's 6 in the back that can't see, so they're going to fire at the Stegodon, hitting on 4s. They're still affected by the Geminids, and then 3s to wound. Oh, we got 4 wounds, all minus 1 rend.
4 up.
Huh?
2 wounds.
Take 2 wounds. And is he close enough to ignore?
No, he's too far.
And then the shots into, oh, I did this backwards. They were going to fire first because they're just in 18-inch range. That's my mistake.
I think you'll be fine. Where I have to pull him, you should be okay.
4s. Yeah, I guess if you pull it from the other.
Oh, no, I do have to pull that guy first.
3s. Oh, only 1 wound. So it doesn't matter because I didn't kill him.
Failed.
No, it was just
And-
1. It was just 1.
I know, but I know damage on 6.
Oh, yeah. All that was just 1 damage anyways.
He's taking the wound.
Okay. So, yay, they're all still in range. That kind of sucks that you didn't lose anything. 4s to hit.
Ooh.
Look at those. There's only a few 3s. And 3s to wound. Oh, that's quite.
4 up save because he doesn't have a red.
Ooh, ignore my 6s. No,
Uh-oh.
5 more wounds. That kills the 1 and kills 2 more.
These 2.
That'll open up enough.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Charge phase.
That's all I got for shooting. So we're going to charge the Zangor Enlightened. 3.
Hey, you're in.
Yeah. And the Shaman will not charge in because he'll just die. I'd really like. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We're gonna. The Ogreid Thaumaturge is going to try to charge through to the Stegodon. He only have 4 wounds left, or did I knock that?
No, it's to
It was
9.
9, right?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. It's 9. We know. And I
he's
make
in.
it. I make it. And he is going to gory with his horns after he charges. He picks a unit 2+ D3 mortal wounds. Yeah, so he did. I guess that's a D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wounds. He's down to 8. You know what? Let's roll a charge on these
Arcanite?
acolytes.
Acolytes.
They are Arcanite keyword, but they're acolytes.
Arcanite acolytes.
Carrick acolytes, 7 inches. Let's see where that can take me. So I needed a 9-inch charge to get to the Stegodon. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a fun little trick. Well, we'll have the guy with the good weapon go this way. And then what we'll do is we will... Oh, we have a good... Yeah, I think he's from the wrong squad. I'm going to double check the squads in a second. I think when I knocked over that piece of terrain, I bumped one of the leaders from the other squads.
Oh, and just like that.
I'll declare a charge of the other.
Stop!
Well, 8 inches. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Well, let's kind of gum up your lines, man. Although, part of me doesn't want to because you've got your little riders back there who want to come in.
You've been in combat with them. They're terrible.
Oh, I know but you've been in combat with me.
That's fair.
I am just as terrible.
That's fair.
And so I think I'm actually not going to do the charge. I want to keep them here. I don't think your Croxagors can't get to them yet. They're going to have to deal with these 3 guys first. And maybe they go after the Changeling. So this will help me keep the middle secured. You'll have a harder time getting in here. I know I can protect my Thaumaturge, but at this point, I'm fine.
Well, at the start of the combat phase, I gotta pick a unit with up to 5 mauls. I'll pick him. I'll have +1 save against his attacks.
Combat phase, I will get to pick who goes first. I'm going to start with my Zangor Enlightened. Yeah, you might kill my Thaumaturge with your Stegodon, but honestly, the important thing for me to do right now is to work on over here. So we're going to pile in, and we're going to fight. So everybody who's in range will attack the Slan. Does this Slan have the whole I come back on a 4+?
Not in this way.
Not this way. Okay, good. So that was in your other one.
Yep.
And then we're going to have some attacks from the Enlightened on the back, who are only in 1-inch range, so they'll have to go on your little guard. They'll start with their spears, which are going to be hitting on 3s, thanks to the shaman who's nearby.
Yup.
I did not give them all-out attack, because I want to save that 1 command point. And then we're looking at 3s to wound. This is all into the slan, by the way. -1, normally 2 damage, but your coalesce thing makes it 1.
Well, first of all, I gotta send one of those attacks off to the...
The guard?
Yeah, on a 2+. He takes the attack, and he has a... Is it -1 rend?
-1.
5-up save.
Oh, you're going to keep sending them off, aren't you? Can you only do 1 of them?
No, all of them.
So 1 at a time, basically.
Yeah.
So you can do 2 at a time, then.
Oh, that's true. So 2+.
Oh, okay.
These are going on him. I'll resolve them. So I have a 5-up save. So he's going to take 2 wounds.
So far.
And we'll keep sending him off to that Croxagore. No. Oh, wait. I'll roll that again. So 1 failed, 1 passed. 5-up save for the Source Guard. Nope, he takes the...
He takes 1 wound so far.
Yeah.
And then 5 up for your slan.
Thank you.
He takes it as well. He's up to 3. You have 1 more you can pass off. 2+. Yes.
Well, hold on. This could kill him. So this,
no, the 1 didn't get through. You passed the save on the 1.
That's true.
So
I made a different pile. So it won't matter. And then he has a 5 save.
now that could kill him, but you still ignore wounds on a 6.
Ignore 6 for him. He's
So
down
he's
to
still
1.
alive.
And then I ignore 6 for the Slan. He's down to...
So they have 3. After all that, 3 wounds off the slan.
Sorry, a little confusing, but...
3 wounds off the slan, 1 wound off the guard.
Exactly.
3 vicious beaks that can go on the slan. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you get to choose to allocate the wounds in your order. So even if I chose to say, well, let's resolve the effect
Exactly.
against him,
Yeah.
you
It
don't
didn't
actually.
matter.
So 3s to hit, and then 5s to wound with the vicious beak. So 1 more, which you can pass off. This is no rend.
Yeah, we'll pass it off or attempt to. 4-up save. We're good.
So let's do the teeth and horns from the mounts on your slan. So D3 attacks each. Oh, that's
not
pretty
bad.
good. We got 6. Oh, not bad. 3s to wound. So 3 wounds at -1 D3 damage.
We're going to pass it off to the Source Guard.
Yes.
And he's a
-1.
5-up save.
So D3 damage. So he has to ignore 2 of those. Double 6.
That turns into 1 damage.
Okay, so he has to ignore 1 of those. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay,
No,
good.
he's dead.
So he's finally dead. Go away.
Oh, okay. He'll take the last 2.
5
On a
ups.
5-up. No.
So they're D3 damage each, -1. So 1
2
and 1,
damage.
which you ignore on 6s.
No.
So that brings you down to 1 wound?
2.
2 wounds. Still have my attacks into the guard, but they're wasted.
So I'm down to 8 wounds, but I've suffered 4 wounds, so I'm technically bracketed. I'm gonna put everything into the accolades. We start with the massive horns. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. -1.
5 up becomes a 6 up. How much damage?
3 damage as I'm down a bracket.
Okay, so then 6 is to ignore on my shields. So 2 of them die so far.
Grinding jaws. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. -1.
6 up. How much damage?
2 each.
Which I ignore on 6s. I still have plenty of shields.
Ooh, those shields are doing work for you.
Yeah, they really have been.
Crushing stomps are next. 3s to hit. I love it.
Jeez, Steve.
3s to wound. Not bad. This is going to be -1.
2 damage again?
2 damage each.
Jeez, this thing is beefy. So I failed any saves. Would have been nice to make at least one of those. 6s to ignore. And I didn't even make those, so 6 more of them die. All shields. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta keep coherency. Oh, jeez. This is, yeah.
Ooh, your pick.
All right. Well, really, what makes sense to do is to go with the Ogroid.
Ogroid?
Or do I want to? No, because you can attack the Enlighten no matter what with your Stegodon. Or the Bacillodon. So Ogroid Shaman, or Ogroid Thaumaturge is going to try to kill it. I'll pile in, doesn't matter how. I'll stay where I am. Start with my staff, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
This is -2?
This is -1, D3 damage.
Okay,
Your
so
HP.
I have a 4-up save, but I aimed my head at you, my bony crest, so I get +1 on my save, so back to 4-up.
Don't you have a command ability that gives...
That was only for shooting.
Okay, either way
Yeah.
you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So this is
3
not only
damage?
D3 damage,
Oh.
but you're -1, of course. So 1 damage.
1 damage.
We'll do his Great Horns, 3s to hit, 3s to wound. This is the good one, which is why it failed.
Yep.
And then just his...
Horns? Roaring horns?
Cloves.
Are you gonna...
Cloven hooves. I'm going to kick you.
You gonna hoof me?
I'm going to hoof you. 4s to hit.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that. Those hit, of course. 3s to wound. No rend, 1 damage.
So, 3-up save. We failed 1. Down to 6.
Oh, that was unimpressive.
Can't find a sit. There it is. This guy is gonna walk to here. And Matthew, if you agree, does that look like I'm going to initiate you?
I agree.
Okay, I don't want to make sure. We'll start off with his fearsome jaws. He has 2 attacks because we're coalesced, hitting on 4s, and wounding on 3s. Nope. And then he'll hit you with his war pick. It's 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, and we're going to be wounding on 3s with a rend of 1 onto the Zangor Enlightened.
6 up save. How much
1
damage?
just 1.
Okay, so the 1 is down to 1 wound. Yeah,
You're going
the
down
one
to
right
1.
next to him. It's this one right here that's injured. He's down to 1 wound. My Carrick Acolytes will go next. We will pile in this way, obviously maintaining our coherent. You know what? He'll be able to bridge that gap. So they'll have 3 of them attacking you. One of them with a special weapon. Watch out. That -1 to hit is just period, right? It's not just shooting. That Geminid.
What? Oh, yeah. 1 from your, yeah.
So 5s to hit with a special weapon. Nope. Then we got 5s to hit with the non-special weapons. Nope. Look at that. Look at all those 4s, Steve.
Do you want to fight him?
No, I don't care. What? I missed. What do you know?
Muslan's next. He's gonna swing with his.
What is he
Actually,
with?
nah, that's more than 3 inches. He sends out like energy bolts from his mind, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. We got 1. His mind is sharp. Gives him 1 rend.
6 up. 1 damage?
Yep.
So it just finishes off the 1. So this Sigmar dies.
Bastildon needs to swing perfectly, going after the acolytes.
If you kill them all, you get to keep the objective.
We missed.
Oh.
3 attacks on 3s with our bludgeoning tail, and 3s -1.
6 up save.
No.
And then how much damage?
D3. Gonna be 1.
6 to ignore. No, so we'll kill the one over here.
He's not a fighter. Battle shock time.
So I will use my command point to Inspiring Presence the acolytes, obviously, because I'm gonna have to roll for these 3. I could throw an Inspiring Presence on them instead, but you have 3 models on that objective, so I need to have 4. I could lose 1 right here if I roll 6, but I've got 3 other acolytes that are on it. So losing the acolytes, for sure I wouldn't have it, so I got to use the Inspiring Presence on them. So on a 6, 1 more of the Zangor Enlightened will run.
Nope, you're fine.
So we're fine, because that was 5 plus the 1 in their bravery is 6. And that's it. That's for all I have to do, because it was just those 2 units that took. And you don't have any battle shock either, because you lost the guard and...
Now, what's their bravery?
Acolytes?
Yeah.
Base? I don't know. They're bravery 5. So they're bravery 5, 5 up save, 1 wound each. They die super easy. But they do have a good amount of hitting power shooting-wise, just close combat. They kind of just lose it all. But the nice thing is, at the end of that my turn, I am controlling 4 objectives. 1, 2, 3, 4. And because I control these 2, that's worth 3 victory points total, plus a 2, plus the 1. So that's another 3, 4, 5, 6, bringing my score up to 10. So the score is 10-2.
I gotta do a lot of work on my turn.
Yeah, which
Some
I think you can do it. And it's only turn 2, so as much as I'm ahead now, if you do enough damage, you've got plenty of turns to rack up the points after that.
Okay, I'm gonna gain myself a command point, and then I'm gonna roll 2 dice to look into the future and gain no more.
Oh, there is no future, because we're almost done. Let's see if the...
Train might erupt into fire. Nope. The big one? Nope. I think it's...
Oh, that's all 1. That's right. We said that was all 1.
You're too far away from her. Yeah, we're good. That's it. Well, the first thing we're gonna do is cast Comet's Call at +2.
10? I hate Comet's Call. But hold on, did you get high enough to do the...
D6, yes.
No, screw it.
I know you're looking over there at those dice.
I'm going to grab my 6 and a 5 and say no, and then see if I actually get... Can I actually get them back? No! Come on!
Let's go right to Geminids.
What do you need?
10. I mean, I got a 10.
You got a 10.
I
I don't have enough to just automatically unbind it, so I just got to try. I'll use the Acolytes because they get the +1 to unbind. These Acolytes can no longer unbind because there's not 9 of them, so they're not a wizard anymore. So I need to roll a natural 10. I wish you could modify.
You have to roll. You have to roll. Oh yeah, because you're +1.
Yes, I have to roll a natural 10.
Just like you said.
Nope, not anywhere near. So here.
So I'm gonna summon them right there, and then they're gonna move out. Actually, I have more movement than that. Either way, they're gonna move and then go back to their spot, go back to their spot, and hit 3 units. D3 wounds on the Zangors. 2. D3 on the Acolytes. 1, and then Ogre. 1.
So I ignore this one on a 6 because I still have some shields. Nope, so 1 dies there. And you did 1 on him and 2 on the Zangors? Okay.
I actually have 2 extra inches of movement. I want to move over this way a bit more. So I counted 6 out of 8. I'm going to do Arcane Bolt from a 3rd spell. I got enough for D3.
Yeah, well, I can't stop that.
On them. Just one.
Well, I got 2 fate points from your spells going off at least, so that brings me up to 19.
That's true. In the movement phase, we're going to retreat. We're probably going to run a retreat. I'm slow.
No, you're not.
And we're going to run a retreat.
Come on, stay and fight.
We're kind of fast.
You should be dead. You should be dead.
Everybody should be dead.
Stegodon's going to stay? Or this
Yeah, he's going to stay. He's going over here instead. Safer. He's going to stay. He's going to stay. They kind of have no choice. They have to stay because Matthew's kind of mobile at the moment.
Yeah, I can summon.
And then the Crocswords, they're going to move on up. Heavily speed bumped by 3 Acolytes.
That's the idea.
Time to shoot Bestilled on into the Zangor. Start off with the Laser Beam. On 4s. Uh-oh. And 3s. Uh-oh. We got Javelins. We're okay. We got 2 hits. And 1 wound. Oh, save!
No, could kill one. It killed one.
Got him.
Had 1 wound left.
Stegatron, his bow doesn't get, affected at all. 3 shots on 3s. And 3s. It's going to be -1.
3 damage each, so... Ooh, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Actually, 1 does get through.
No, 1 actually gets through. I was 5 up, so I was 6 up. So I survived, but barely. Ouch.
And we got Javelins on 5s. And I'm going to spend my 1 command point for Trove of... It's old one technology, guys.
Spaceships.
There's a computer in there, and he's going to shoot again at them. Going back to 6 shots.
Oh, Steve!
1.
I remember this was the scariest thing in your army before.
It used to be.
-1? 6 up.
2 damage, because you're not demon.
Okay.
It's time to charge over here. 7. Just like that. We're going to start off with the Stegatron. So Horns and Jaws are currently, because I'm bracketed, the exact same profile. So 5 attacks on him on 3s and 3s at -1, 2 damage each.
Oh, he's dead.
So 6 up save? No, 3.
Yep. Oh, he's not dead. He's got 1 wound left.
You know what? I could have rolled these with them. 3 more attacks on 3s and 3s with the crushing stomps.
Double 6 or I'm dead. I'm dead.
Got him. Your pick.
I'm going to choose these Acolytes because right now you're just outside of 2 inches of the Enlightened. But you could, right now he's the closest, right? So you could pile in and get to them. And he's got a 2-inch range. So the Acolytes are going to go simply so they can get more than 1 model in base contact, because at that point it's impossible for you to move at all. And I'll even swing around like this to get within 6 inches of the Shaman. I don't have any command points right now, but maybe it'll come up. And we'll fight him. So we'll start with the special weapon. 5s to hit, because you hit me with the Geminid. All right. Yeah. And the 4 regular weapons, 5s to hit, 4s to wound. No wounds. You're good. You're good.
We're going over there with the Crocs. We got 3 on them and 2 on the Changeling. Oh, sorry, I got 4. Math. Math is hard. Math.
So it's safe to say these 3 are dead, but I want you to roll for the Changeling to see if he survives.
We're hitting on 4s. That's a mortal wound. And we're wounding on 3s. We got 4 wounds at -1. They do 2 damage each. That 6 is not a mortal wound. That's the jaws, not the hammer. So it's just 4.
I'd like you to do the rest of your attacks because I want to see if I want to use my Destiny dice to stay alive. So we'll keep those aside.
So we got 4 hammers that wound
-1,
you.
2 damage.
And then this is the jaw that missed.
Don't you get 2 jaw attacks?
I get 2 jaw attacks. One guy was in range, but...
Okay, so we're going to do these one at a time because I have a 6 left on my Destiny dice. And right now he's getting 6s to save. So I need to save 2 of these. So we're going to do them one at a time. And if I roll a 6, then I can use the Destiny die to save the other one. Okay, I'm still going to keep rolling until I failed twice. Okay, you know what? I don't care. I'm down to 1 wound.
Okay.
You don't have any other attacks, right?
No, that's it.
Okay, so he's down to 1 wound. He survives.
Yeah, Matt kept him alive for this one reason, right? So
yeah, well, keep him for this reason so that my Enlighten could go in later, but also because I want him alive because he cast a couple spells. He'll stay right where he is. He's already in range. He's got 3 attacks as a staff, 3s to hit, 3s to wound, -1 D3. So 1 hit, or 1 wound, -1 D3.
We're good. Now my Stegatron has to go. I can't go. Oh yeah, my Battleplan. He can't go. He's just outside 2 inches. I can't swing at them, so we're going to be bludgeoning on 3s and 3s. -1.
6 up.
D3 damage. Oh,
1 dies. I'll pull from this side, obviously.
That's 1.
Then I will have my 2 Enlightened come in. The injured one and the leader. So because you hit me with the black Geminids, then I get -1 attack.
Yeah.
So I've got 5 attacks of their spears on 3s, and then 3s. 3 wounds, -1.
I have 2 up save against that.
Nice. Oh, their vicious beaks will hit on 3s, when on 5s. Nope. And then the actual demon mounts that they're on, that are totally not demons.
So 3 attacks?
5. Sorry, -1 to each of those, so only 3 attacks, not 5. 4s to hit, 3s to wound. And then -1. D3 -1.
2 up save because I have a 1 up. Oh!
Hey, look at that. And it does D3 -1 damage. 1 damage!
Bringing him down to 11 wounds.
Do you get to ignore it on a 6?
I do. No.
All right, good.
I'm going to get me 3 points as we end battle round 2.
Yeah, I control all the other objectives right now. So once again, it comes down to whether you get double turn. I think I'm in trouble no matter what. But if you get double turn, I'm not sure how I can survive another hit like that. Except for the fact that the Changeling at least has gummed you up again. So that's something. And just so you know, the Changeling in the enemy hero phase chooses enemies within 9 inches. And they get half move and -1 to hit. So he'll be doing that to them, although it probably won't I don't think it'll keep him alive. So let's just roll off.
Yeah,
Steve.
buddy.
Let's see who gets to
Battle round 3.
Scores 10-5.
Matthew wins.
Oh, yeah, all right. So no double turn for you. So, we're going...
I gotta move my...
Oh, right, we gotta move this endless spells.
Matthew, that one's gonna go fly over the guys that are gonna shoot me. He has 8 inches of movement.
So it would be 4.5, and then he gets 3.5 to go back.
And then go that way. Yeah, that's fine.
Because you want him to fly over.
Might as well.
So is he won't be able to fly over the Zangor.
Doesn't look like it.
So he'll just fly over them and come back?
Yeah.
So D3 mortal wounds, but -1 to their hit rolls.
D3 on them, 2, D3 on them, 3.
So they still have shields. So they ignore them with 6s, so only 1 dies. And then you got 3 on them?
3 on them.
Still see 2 shields. And both those shields are dead. So him and him. And I'll move this one. Look at that.
Yeah. Burning!
Volcanic on a 6+. No, still. I don't think we're close enough to any other ones to matter.
Safe.
We're going to start with the blue scribes. I'd like to do Tzeentch's Firestorm. I'm not worried about fate points anymore. I've got 19. I just need 1 more to get my 10 pink horrors. But I would really like some rerolls. But no, we're going to do Tzeentch's Firestorm. So it's normally a 9 to cast, but I'm going to do his once per turn ability, 2+.
There it is.
Finally gets his 1.
There it is.
That would have been 9 dice. Every 6 does D3 mortal wounds. It's a very powerful one. Acolytes here will try to do their Gestalt sorcery, and they get a 9. Would you like to try
that gives
to
them
that?
a rend?
The extra rend. And they haven't fired yet, and they're going to fire in this hero phase. So
I got to show a 9 to stop this. I want to stop and get it. Got an 8.
close. The Changeling will start with trying to cast Treason of Tzeentch, which needs 5 to cast, and I get a 6. Did you want to try to stop that one?
So what does that do? Remind me?
I'm going to roll 6 dice. Every 6 will be a mortal wound.
And then...
I'll get a fate point too.
Yeah. You have 20 yet?
I'm at 21.
Yeah, you can have it.
Before I roll, if I do manage to kill one, they'll get -1 to hit, which will stack with his other -1 to hit. So you're still okay with that?
Yep.
I do not kill one.
Down to 1.
Just 1. And then we'll Arcane Bolt with him. He gets it with a 6. Do you want to try to stop it?
There's a reason not to try to stop this. I'll try to stop this one.
You do! We're going to Glimpse the Future, which is on a 7. Will give me another Destiny die. There we go.
Yours.
You want to try to stop that?
No, sir.
All right, so the Destiny... I'll roll right here, and this will be the Destiny die. 3. My Shaman is going to try to do Bolt of Tzeentch. Warp Charge 7. He gets it.
Oh, I'm definitely trying to stop that one.
That does D6 mortal wounds.
That's my last try to stop.
You stopped it. And we might as well throw a Mystic Shield, which fails. And he will shoot his built-in spell up into the sky, which passes. Give me 22 fate points. Stegodon right now, does he still have that +1 save against shooting?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
It doesn't last until your next turn?
No, that was actually 2. That was the first battle round only. I didn't even do it in the second battle round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in my hero phase, I can choose one of these units to fire with. These Acolytes are going to fire everything at the Stegodon. If I can remove him, because I'll get to fire again, then I can summon in some horrors here and charge them over into your Saurus guys.
Lights.
And they'll have a banner. So, because I got a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 1 for my Destiny dice, so I can use the 6 and the 3 to make that auto charge. And then I can use the 1 to pass morale, as long as you don't kill at least 10 of them. Which will be hard? Not super hard.
They're going to go ahead and shoot him.
First volley. So this is the hero phase volley. 4s to hit because of the stupid Geminid. I gotta bring the Geminids from now on. 3s to wound, -1, 1 damage.
Nobody else can bring a Geminid. It's way too risky. Way too risky.
Yeah, because you can bring it back on me, right?
Yeah. And...
Steve!
I take 2.
3.
Oh.
-1.
3.
Okay, respect it.
Down to 3.
Oh, I gotta kill him in the shooting phase.
Moving time.
So
No, we dancing or singing.
All right, so the blue scribes, they're gonna run. They move 16 plus 6.
Dang, that's exactly what I didn't want to see.
Whee! So they're gonna drop right in the middle of these woods and hope not to die from the burning woods of volcanic doom. Because their job, and I'm gonna say this out loud, because I'm probably gonna forget to do it and start shooting. They're going, I'm calling it now, to bring in 10 pink horrors right here. Okay? So, if I forget, then you can remind me. Changeling does not want to stay where he is right now, so 9 inches. So his job is once again to be a speed bump. So the Acolytes will move away from the Croxigors. I've actually still got, I think I still got a leg in this game because you haven't double turned.
Yeah, it's all the points you're going to get is the problem.
Yeah, and if I can kill that with shooting, which should happen if you don't roll so many 5-up saves, dude. These 2 Acolytes are going to retreat.
No.
They're just gonna...
No.
I'll run to get an extra inch. I'm not gonna roll it.
No.
That's how much I respect your Bastiladon.
No.
The Shaman is so ticked off that his Enlightened weren't able to kill your Slan that he'll do
What game are you playing?
3 inches. 3 inches, man. Zangor Enlightened are gonna stay. I don't think I'm gonna hurt you at all, but I'm gonna force you to fire your laser beam at them and nobody else. Because they don't really have much purpose to serve anymore because they did great the first round when they just one-shotted your dinosaur, even with the -1 damage, but that's kind of where it ended. Failing to kill that Slan has made me want to cast them aside and turn them into spawn. So I'm going to grab a bunch of green stuff afterwards and just blump it on them, and we're going to call them spawn afterwards. That's what they deserve. And in my movement phase, I will spend 20 of my hard-earned fate points. So I have 2 left. This is the only summoning I'm going to do the whole game. But 10 pink horrors is terrifying. Shooting phase, I'm going to get super greedy.
Oh.
And I'm going to split some shots.
Interesting.
I'd really like to kill the Stegodon, but you know, he's down to 3 wounds, so he's not as... I'm going to put a bunch of shots into your Slan, and I'm going to measure it and then I'll decide. So 7 are in range. So 7 will fire at your Slan, and the other 11 will fire at your Stegodon. 7 into your Slan. Now that stupid Geminid made me hit on 4s instead of 3s. Look at that, 1 less hit.
Love
it.
it.
It's really added up. I've rolled a lot of 3s. 3s to wound. Oh, I could kill him. -1, so 5 up. Oh, and he gets a 6 to ignore that 1 that actually gets... Oh, you stupid crap!
Then you're immortal, Matthew.
And then the 11 into the Stegodon, hitting him on 4s. Look at those 2 3s. 3s to wound. Okay, we can get him. 6 more.
5 up.
Oh, he survives! No, it's 1 wound. Oh, and we'll just fire all their...
Well, not all of them, because of the trees.
Oh, right, like hardly any of them. So only 3 of them are in range that can see you, because the trees block. 5s to hit. Yeah, look at that, 1 hit. 4s to wound. No wounds, all right, that was worth it. Awesome. And the rest will fire back at the Croxigors, because why not? 5s to hit. Well, that's a little better. 4s to wound. We've got 5 wounds.
4 up. Ooh,
3 more wounds. So they'll kill 1, and you want to put it back here. 2 more. Charge phase. So we're going to start with my pink horrors over here. Remember, my Destiny dice, I had a 1, 3, 4, and 6. So I'll just go right ahead and take the 3 and the 6. And maybe I'll get 1 back.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get 1 back. Yay!
Get 1 back.
What do I get? What do I get? What do I get?
Ah, 3.
Stupid 3, that's useless. So obviously 9 inches is just what I needed. I should have taken a 10 inch to really get in there, but I get to pile in too, so this is all good. It's all good. My shaman's coming for your Slan. You thought I was joking.
Yeah, this is where he dies.
Yes, the Slan will die.
No, this is where the shaman dies.
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna get to the half an inch and stay away from your banner bear. I don't want to get whopped in the head with that big old stick. Yeah.
Pink horrors are going first.
Yeah, this is a hard choice, but there's enough firepower in here to kill all 10. And as soon as I lose that banner, then it kind of crumbles away. But the second reason, that might not be enough because there might be so many left that even with failing their bravery test or the battle shock test and losing some, I still have plenty. But the other reason is, right now I've only got 3 close to the objective. And so I've chosen the way that they're here to make sure that when I pile in and get closer, I'll still be closer to that model. That I'm going to bring more closer, and then, yeah, I'll hold the objective.
We got
the objective. It's only 5 of them are going to attack. Pretty straightforward. 5s and 4s. Yeah, I'm not even going to kill one. I'll be lucky to do a wound. Didn't do a wound. Okay. Well, at least I grabbed the objective.
We'll fight you over here.
Oh, you're not going to come back. Oh yeah, of course you don't have to do the pink horse. Don't you dare.
Oh, we can't kill you.
Why not?
We did 3 wounds to you.
They're only 1 damage each?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. -1 Ren means I have a 6 up, and I'm down to 3 wounds. I'll do these. They're not going to do any damage, but we'll try. We'll start with their spears. 3s to hit because the shaman's still alive. Hey, look at that, 3. Maybe I'll hurt him. I doubt it. 3s to wound. Yeah, -1. Normally 2 damage, but 1.
Good save because we have 1 up.
Beaks, 3s and 5s. Nope. And then the discs will be D3 each, so that's 4 attacks, hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s. -1 D3.
2 up.
You're fine.
I'll get him out of the way. We're gonna whomp you with our tail, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. We got 1 at -1.
6 up. How much damage?
D3.
Hey, you didn't kill him. Oh, after all that.
The shaman's next.
He's not going to move. He's going to stay away from your icon bear, and he's going to... So we'll do the teeth and horns. I don't think he gives himself +1 to hit. No, it's just Tzeentchian spears and beaks. He's got a staff of change. So D3 attacks with the teeth and horns, so 1, and then he gets an extra in the staff of change because they're both the same profile. 4s to hit. 3s to wound. Okay, -1. All right, it's D3 damage, but -1. No, I'm only going to do 1, which you ignore on a 6. At least you didn't ignore it.
We're down to 1.
I could kill you with my ritual dagger.
You can.
I pull out the dagger from my belt, and I'm like, ah!
It's not gonna.
No, it's not going to work. 4s and 4s. Ah! Oh! That's going to do it. Ah, you know what? Screw it. I'm taking my 4 for my destiny die for 1 of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll the other one. I get 2 of them. No!
You know damage on 6?
No, Steve! No! You! It's the stupid biker. It's the stupid biker all over again.
Okay.
Do I get my destiny die back? No.
No. This was your destiny to die right here.
Oh, that should have killed.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and fight over here.
Only kill 9 of them. This way I can use that 1 and bring D6 back.
Starting off with our Celestite War Spears, we're hitting on 4s and we're wounding on 3s. I'm gonna roll all the saves together with all the weapons. Powerful Jaws are next, hitting on 5s and 4s. 1 more. And then the Snapping Jaws are hitting on 3s.
Oof.
And wounding on 4s. Oh no, just 4.
Total is only 8.
Whew, not nearly enough to do anything.
Yeah, no Ren, so we get a 6-up save. Oh, yeah, take that, Steve. You deserved it.
Wow.
Yeah, right? And then they ignore wounds and mortal wounds on a 6. We're gonna make sure we take, actually no, he's the special one, so we're gonna kill this one and have them, oops, on the objective. I'll put the tree back, I swear. More on the objective.
Bell shock!
So they can't fail it, because they only lost 2 models and their bravery is 11 right now with all the models they have. But if I roll a 1 with my banner, I can return D6 slain horrors to the unit. So that would only be 1, even though technically he's still there, just in pieces. So D6, or so let's see if I roll a 1. I don't roll a 1. And what about your Crocslickers? What's their bravery? Is it 6?
It's 8 or higher.
Oh, just, okay, forget it.
It's 7, but we're good.
Yeah, you're fine. So if you're, oh man, 2 rounds in a row where I should have killed your Slan and he's still alive.
You're aces, champ.
And he's
carrying me right now.
He's carrying you. Well, no, you got a lot going on for you. That's been helping you. These Croc scores have really slammed through my one flank. But yeah, if he wasn't here, because he unbound a couple of my spells, I don't think I would have got to 20 fate points last turn, even without the unbinds, because I think I failed enough on my own. But those Geminids alone are just messing me over. All that -1s. I've rolled a lot of 3s, which would have been hits on these. And so you look at the fact that he's 1 wound left, like he'd be dead, and just things like that. Yeah, there would definitely be a lot more hitting power on my side if your Slan was gone. But that's the game, right? That's the dice. So I still actually took every objective on the table except for this one. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting a lot of points. I'll get 3 for holding these 2, +2, +1. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6 more points, bringing the score up to 16 to 5. Let's see what you can do on your turn.
Well, I'm going to gain a command point. We're going to check for terrain.
Hold on, more command points. Your slam is still
Oh
alive.
yeah, I'll roll 2 dice on a 4+. I gain 2 more.
Oh,
We're going to see if that one erupts. It does not. The big one
the big one.
does
Nope.
not.
Of course not.
Let's cast Ravenix Gnashing Jaws. Got it.
Well, I might try to unbind that, so you don't just got it.
You have to roll 12.
No, I'm not going to try. Yeah, you know, I had 3 wizards in range, so I'll try it. I'll try it with the blue scribes. Nope. But the vulture will do a mortal wound to you on a 5. Now, mind you, you get to do the spell first. It's after the spell's complete. Oh yeah, but I'm going to keep doing that as you cast spell, you stupid slan.
Ravenix will eat them right now.
Well, I got...
What?
Okay, hold on. I have forgotten... I apologize. These birds, the slan would probably be dead. I'm not going to roll any more for him, but I'm going to go back. When I shot him and did wounds on him at the end of the shooting phase on a 5+, no, okay, he would have taken D3 mortal wounds. Okay? So all these... I really like Disciples of Tzeentch. There's a lot of these little things. It's like when the...
It's an armor you can't play casually. You have to play it a lot.
You have to play it a lot,
yeah.
and this is only my 2nd game with them so far, so please bear... I know I haven't done any of the agendas. I've kind of purposely forgotten about those because this is so much stuff for me to remember with all the spells. But I'm going to remember. I got birds in range. I'm going to keep pecking at you every time you cast a spell. We're going to kill that slan one way or another.
Nope. He's going to go over here. And this is the fast flyer. He's going to fly all the way to here. Get. And then everybody flew over, or with 1 inch will take D3 mortal wounds.
And bravery stuff too, right?
Yes, -1 bravery. D3, shaman. You dead. Bird boys. You're dead.
Well, no, they have shields. So this is something I looked at. Everybody, they actually all have shields. I was saying that some of them don't because the models don't, but they all have shields.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, they're dead. You're right.
D3 on the Zangor Enlightened for 3.
Ouch. So 1.
Comet's Call.
Caw-caw.
That's a fail.
Oh, even with the +2?
Yeah, I'm not going to cast another spell until I kill all those birds over there.
Worried about the 2 birds?
I'm going to get them now, though. As we go into the movement phase.
Kill them all.
He's going to go back up. Trying to help out. We're going to start heading this way.
Hey, stay away. He's up high. You can't get him.
I'm -1 to hit, right?
Oh, yes. No, you're also half movement. Half movement.
Nope. We're gonna go over here. We'll do this next turn.
Just kill my changeling.
Back in the
See
corner.
if you like -1 to hit.
We're gonna clip-clop up to here. We're gonna shoot with a big old bow
Hit
on
none?
3s and 3s.
So the bow doesn't get degraded? with
No,
all the
never.
Ugh.
Just everything else about them.
Random damage again?
1 and 3.
If I had 6s for my Destiny dice right now, I would totally use them. So 6 up save. Yeah, so that's 6 damage, which I will ignore on 6s. No, I will not. So 6 die right off the bat. Yikes.
And javelins. No hits. 5s and 4s. And over here, javelins first. Just get them out of the way. 5s. Nope. And then the big old laser beam. Get some.
Yeah.
5s to hit. Sorry, 4s to hit when I'm saying 5s.
Nice.
And 3s.
Uh-oh.
3 at -1.
I
Trip
rolled
6s.
Yeah, triple 6s or he's dead. So he's dead, which means you're going to be able to use your command points to shoot again and really kill those acolytes.
So I'm going to use a command ability on him, have him shoot again, and I'll do it on that guy afterwards. So first of all, laser beam into the acolytes. Oh, we got 3 hits.
Why are you
And
rolling so
2
poorly
wounds.
for that?
I'll take it. It's 2.
6 up. And
4
then
damage total.
4 damage total, which I ignore on 6s. So 3 of them die. Yikes.
And then we're going to spend a command point to have this guy fire again. Hold anything to be careful.
So, just before Steve rolls, we've done the math. I have a Destiny die that's a 1, which I use to keep them around. So, if he kills 4 more guys, even when I use a Destiny die of 1, they're gone. So, kill 4 more guys. 3s to hit.
Oh, -1.
And they're 3 damage apiece.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 6s. If I get at least one of these 6s, I do. So, you're not going to do it then. So, 3
I have my
damage.
javelins.
Okay, so only 2 of them die from that.
Oh, actually, put them back. Put them back. Put
What
them
happened?
back.
What happened?
Only a Bastildon or an Engine of the Gods. The other version of the thing you can fire twice.
Also, the 2 that you killed go back?
Yeah. Okay, charges. We're going to send the Bastildon in. I
Maybe.
don't think that's a fail. We're going to use a command point and re-roll that.
Yeah, it was a fail. I need to roll an 8 or higher.
That'll do.
Well, a double 6 will do it.
We'll go over here. And then Stegatron's going to go.
Anything but double 1?
We're going to go
We'll just
let go of me. And then on a 2+ to do mortal wounds to you.
How many?
D3.
Oh. That would be on 6s. I ignore them, so 3 more die. I'm going to pull them away from here because I'd like as many attacks on your Stegodon as possible.
Oh, you still have 6 malls, so I can't place my crest in front.
Nope.
And then we're gonna charge Crocs. Oh goodness, how close to?
You can get to him, easy. He's 9.5 inches, so a 9-inch charge to get to him. So
No.
you can straddle the two.
No, I'll stay on this guy for now.
Oh, what are you worried about? You're -1 to hit, totally screwing you over?
Yeah.
You know it's not going to do that much.
Who's this on?
Him.
And we'll start fighting with Stegatron. Massive horns will be 3s and 3s. Nope. Grinding jaws don't change at all. They're 3s and 3s.
Yikes.
-1, 2 damage each.
2 damage each, okay. 6s to save. So that'll be 4 damage you get in, which I ignore on 6s. Eee. All right, well, I'm going to keep...
1 bird. And as usual, I can add my last attack in because the Crushing Stomps, the profile is the same as the last attack, but it's only down to 1 attack, which hit. And did not wound. Your pick.
Well, the Changeling is doomed. I don't care if I kill 1 Croc score. The Horrors will actually do better if you start killing the pink Horrors.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I actually want to see if I can kill the Stegodon.
That's fair.
So I will pile in just to be within an inch. And I have 2 attacks, and here's what's going to happen. They're -1 to hit, so we're only hitting on 5s, but they do wound on 3s, and I do have a Destiny die over there that says a 3.
Ooh.
So 5s to
Ooh.
hit, and then I'm just going to use that 3 Destiny die, which I'll get back on a 5+. I don't, of course.
I'm dead.
Did I kill him?
I'm dead.
Ah!
You got him.
Ah! Doesn't matter.
We'll go over
How
there.
come the last-ditch effort ones work?
I don't know.
But like when there's sufficient strength to kill a slant, it doesn't hurt him.
We're gonna start with our jaws.
Steve, I
I've
think
been on 5s.
you start with your good weapon then.
No, my jaws. So I roll single 6, you're dead. You're dead. It's mortal wound.
Yeah, there we go. Congratulations. Move it.
It's your pick.
Well, I guess I will have like there, like one more. Oh, here we are. 2 more attacks. 7 attacks, 5s to hit. Oh yeah, 4s. I don't really care. This part is not about killing; it's about surviving. Where are you going? No, they're.
Can we not swing?
You can swing, but they're gonna run away from Battle Shock.
I don't know. You have
You
dice.
got them. Look at that.
I got them.
Yeah, they're dead. Okay, they're gonna run away from Battle Shock anyways. So at this point, they have no purpose.
I don't want to roll the Source Knights. They don't do anything. Starting off with the spears, we're hitting on 4s. We're winning on 3s. We'll make a pile. So
that's
far,
5.
we have 5.
I'll keep track. That's 5 so far.
Jaws on 5s and 4s. 1 more. And then snapping jaws. Oh, get in my hand. Get in my hand, they said. Hit on 3s. And 4s.
6 more. So you got 12 in total. 6 up saves on everything, so I can just roll those right away. And ignore 1. And we've got 9 pink horrors left. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so I'm going to take those 9. Oh, you might kill my pink horrors with this. Why didn't you do this last time?
I don't know. Dice.
6 to ignore. I ignore 1, so I'll roll again. No. Okay.
Okay, we got them.
So hold on. I got it.
Now the pink guys go away and turn into 2 blue guys.
And then one of the blue guys goes away and turns into a brimstone.
Yeah. Boom.
Look at that. And that's it.
That's it. Oh, you have a battle shock for them.
Battle shock. So I lost 10 guys. I am bravery 12 right now because there's still 20 guys there because you haven't gotten past the blue horrors.
I feel like this is an error in the army. They made some mistakes here.
Yeah, no, this is great. And so basically I'm going to lose D6 -2. So I could use my 1 to keep them there, but I don't think I mind if I lose 4 guys. So I'm just going to roll the D6.
You're fine. Okay. I'm going to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points because a monster on the objective gets me an additional point. So 16 to 10
Yeah.
as we go into battle round 4.
Hold on, only 4?
3. I can't roll high on this.
Wasn't that
Roll 1 or 2 for me.
If you get a okay, you don't get the double turn. So the question is, what the crap can I do? We'll just jump right into it, okay? Because I've got 2 heroes and a squad of blue horrors. Obviously, I can kind of sit on that objective for 1 more turn. I could even retreat and sit on that objective for 1 more turn. I could fire at you. I'm just trying to think: is there enough that I can do to actually stop you from getting more points? Like this guy will automatically dispel.
Yep.
Drop down because I don't want to be stuck there anymore.
Yep.
And he can automatically dispel the Bellwind Vortex, and he's worried about those Croxivores, obviously. But I just don't know what I can do. I can grab this objective for sure. I can hold on to that objective. There's no way for me to get this objective. I've only got 3 fate points. So if I cast 2 spells and 1 spell, at best I'm up to 6. Yeah, I don't think I can stay far enough ahead, because after that you just kill them, and even if you take for the rest of the game to take those blue horrors,
I just go off the other 4.
you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then an extra one for that. So you'll get 7 next turn, and that'll almost, I'll be at 18, you'll be at 17, and then we'll have battle round 5 with me with only having maybe some blue horrors on the table.
So nothing you can do?
That's what I'm looking at. There's no way I can shake the Croxigors. Your Bastiladon still has 11 wounds, so there's no way I can shake him. The only thing I could think of would be to somehow try to take care of that Icon Bear, but the only thing I can move over there would be the Blue Scribes. Everything else is too far away to even cast any spells, so I'd be depending on the Blue Scribes killing him in combat, which is laughable at best. So I think it's very safe to concede. Like, really, anything else at this point would just be punching a brick wall.
Well, if it helps, my spells are going to come and protect me.
Right.
So
we are at the beginning of the next
round. Move them back over
so
so that you can get over.
Yeah, so you can just be like, yeah, look at me.
Like this one would actually end up over here.
Sure.
Yeah, but either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right. We did have to. Although I get
that's Luca's favorite part about the game, and the spells that block you from moving.
You know what? I actually like that. I know Luca hates that.
I love it.
I like anything that controls the table. This is why
100%.
I apologize if anybody's frustrated because I've forgotten a few rules. Because I know there's always comments that are like, "Oh, you got rules wrong." If you can play Tzeentch for the first time and remember all that,
it's a complicated
you are a genius. You are absolute genius. And so, and heck, any army for the first time, but this has been a lot.
Well, intelligence and memory are not exactly correlated there, so you got to remember everything.
You know what I mean, though. You have to have some sort of one of those crazy memories. So I am going to concede because I'm looking at this and there's definitely nothing I can do. There's not even like a Hail Mary. Maybe this could do it. Like this, there's absolutely nothing I could do. You could just sit on the objectives that you are. And
you've played against both kinds of Seraphon now, Starborn and Coalesced. Starborn allows me to summon horribly. Coalesced is -1 damage and extra draw.
Coalesced is so much better.
It's way better.
That -1 damage kept you alive.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, your slam would be dead. Like it should be anyways.
I mean,
and when I say should, I don't just mean because of your good dice rolls. I mean, I forgot a couple times to roll to see if he took mortal wounds from spells, so he probably would be dead.
He did really good at killing my 2 heavy hitters right away.
Yes. And I think this Arcanite army has some hope.
Yeah, it's a good book. I mean, you got to play it a lot to
No, I don't mean Disciples of Tzeentch. I mean this.
Oh!
Like playing with Arcanites, playing with the Acolytes.
Oh, they're such beautiful models.
And I love the way they look, and so that makes me happy. So the fact that I could hold out for so long, I think one of the mistakes I may have made, and I'd like to say that I waited for those pink horrors, but when I only got up to 19 or 17 fate points, it may have been advantageous to summon in 10 blue horrors at that point, and then summon 10 more blue horrors the following. Because, I don't know, I have to go back and try to retrace those steps. It's just having those models on the table sooner just to block. Because you saw how well, just throwing 5 pink horrors in front of you, just like, hey, go ahead. And you're just like, you're stuck. You took like 2 of your heavy hitting units, just gobbling them up, and it's like, who cares? They were free. And so just summoning more like that. I don't know if there's an easy way. I think the one I want to try next is the one that summons a Lord of Change really early. Like I think you only need 9 fate points to summon the Lord of Change.
What?
In that one. But then it becomes like 18 and then 30 or something like that. So I think that's what I'll be doing next. So I'm definitely conceding, but I want to see that one right here. So yeah, this is the one that's like a summoning cult. Oops, wrong way.
I don't know. I don't want to. I like the Seraphon.
You like the Seraphon?
I do.
Well, they're fun.
I'm gonna keep playing them. I think when I play the Seraphon, I over rely on the Geminids, but you kind of have to.
Why not?
Our battle.
Nobody really gets to see endless spells. It was like when I did my research into looking at Tzeentch, I saw that there was some tournament list that had like 7 or 8 endless spells. So any money says that was what the knee-jerk reaction to eliminating them in General's Handbook 2020 was from. There may have been 1 or 2 others as well, but endless spells were not something you commonly saw.
Yeah.
Because they are awful. You pay points, it takes up a spell slot. What's that?
I just like big stumpy monsters.
Well,
and then endless spells that...
Endless spells, they were supposed to help with the double turn, right?
They did not.
They're supposed to, though.
Right.
Because whoever went second got to move the first endless spell. And that was sometimes a consideration. But the problem is, you have to pay points for them.
Yeah.
You have to use one of your spell slots to cast them.
Yeah.
And then your opponent can use them against you. I don't care. That could be free, and I still wouldn't want to necessarily use it.
I was going to say exactly.
Because then you come out with armies like Fire Slayers and Khorne, who've got judgments and prayers and invocations And they throw them up, and they work exactly. They're basically endless spells for armies without wizards. And guess what? Only they get to control them. There's a chance they'll go away. They have to roll for that, but only they get to control them.
And they typically don't affect their like corn keyword or yeah.
And then they come out with endless spells that only affect the army that can control them. And then you have the bound. Like it's just like they abandon the idea altogether rather than trying to fix them. Like for those armies that are like the judgments instead of endless spells, they always get to do that in addition to their prayers.
Right.
So if you made the endless spell, rather than, first off, make them maybe not free, but pretty darn cheap, and then they can be cast in addition.
Right. Even then, if my opponent can move it, I probably wouldn't bring it. But whatever.
Depends. And maybe get rid of that aspect of it, because I just love the idea of the models. The models are so cool. Like, look at that. Why don't you want to play with?
I love this.
Came out with them. Like it was just. I'm like, that is so cool. I want to play with those models.
Like this is even a good in this. Well, it's not a terrible in the spell, but I bring it every time because it's beautiful.
Look at it.
Look at it.
Look at it. It's so cool.
I don't know who Ravnik is, but he's amazing.
Oh, Ravnik. You want to know who Ravnik is?
Who's Ravnik?
There is an enormous monster.
Oh.
In the realm of beasts. He's a god beast, basically. That I think Sigmar took care of him. But he's basically buried somewhere in some cavern, and I can't remember if he's still in corporeal form or if he's like incorporeal now. Those little details I can't remember. But basically, the realm of beasts, like his magic manifests. That's his mouth. So anything that gets eaten by that
feeds him.
It actually teleports them. It doesn't kill them. It teleports them into his stomach. And so it's actually Ravnik is going around and is still eating. It's manifesting in the realm of beasts specifically, because that's a realm of beast one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's manifesting in the realm of beasts as it goes around, and sometimes it'll manifest in other realms if it's strong enough magic. Going around eating people, yeah. So that's what actually it is. That's who Ravnik is. Pretty cool. I think that's cool. I want to play with those.
All the little lore things are pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Guild of Summoners, yeah. Lord of Change only takes 9 fate points, then 18, then 30.
Oh, for the second one, you want to do more?
Yeah. So
you're probably never getting
27. I got to 23.
Okay.
I think I could spam a bit more, especially if I did a demon army, but I don't want to do just a pure demon army. I want to keep mixing, because pure demon is good. We already know that, so let's just move on with our lives. I don't want to put more pig hordes on the table. I'm sorry, I just don't. Right, that was just 10. Josh played against 30.
Exhausting?
It was exhausting for me. I was the one that had them. And I'm like, sorry man, let me go get some more models. Onto the table. So I love the idea behind it, but it's just it's exhausting, and so, yeah. I don't know if I'd call it game breaking, because I don't think they're winning. I don't know, maybe are Tzeentch still winning tournaments everywhere?
Yeah, but
it's
the fire. It's the fire. What's
the flamers.
Flamer spam. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some pink horrors on there probably holding it.
I would imagine they're probably they're amazing index holders.
And they're your battle lines. So I
just can't give up the Seraphon. I don't know why. I don't.
They're cool. They're lizards riding dinosaurs.
See, there's not a whole lot cool for me. I'm not gonna. Anybody else can like or dislike anything. Like for me, the battle tome doesn't seem cool, but the big old dinosaurs. That's it. That's all I need, and I'm happy.
I do like how they got brought into the lore. Like you talk about Age of Sigmar lore. It's this Warhammer Fantasy lore getting shoved into a new fantasy system, I think they've done a great job of converging those two. And I know that some people will vehemently disagree with me, and that's fine. Everybody. It's lore in a fantasy world, like, whatever. But I like how they kind of figured them out. That they were starborn at first. They were up in their spaceships, no joke, in their spaceships or void ships going around. And then at first it was just memories, and they were so powerful that their memories were enough to coalesce. But then those memories were so powerful that they reformed into real things.
One day we'll get a Slan who will remember the Bretonia back into existence. Hopefully one day in the future.
When the Bretonians aren't gone, they're not gone.
Yeah, they are. They went off to another realm.
Right. They're not gone.
Oh, that's fair. All right. Well, there we go. We can go forever. Thanks for watching, everybody.
You don't want to talk about Bretonians coming back?
I know. You want to keep going?
They might come back.
Well, the Green Knight already is. Never mind. I'm not doing this. Goodbye.
They come back. And now that you've finished that battle report, make sure you click that link below and come and check out Luca and I playing Age of Sigmar. We did a Disciples of Tzeentch versus Skaven game. We've actually already finished filming it, so I know the outcome. All I can tell you is that it was nuts and it was nuts. And I brought Archon and Fate Weaver, and he brought a lot of shooty Clan Scryer, and the game was very, very back and forth. So go check that out at the link below. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click it and get a free 7-day trial and help to support us to make more of these videos, because our Vault members are what allow us to survive because YouTube advertising pays peanuts. Anyways, so go check it out right now. If you're not sure if you want to be a Vault member, you can still click it, get a free 7-day trial, and go check it out and enjoy the battle report. Thanks for watching. Happy wargaming.